Fanny. Alright. Let's get ready to rumble. This starts to look a little too distorted, Sophie. We'll change it. We'll change it. It might. It very well could look too distorted. So stretch to fit, bound. It actually looks pretty good. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so our inbox, we've got where was there it is. So looking for Shatterstar. So Shatterstar has the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th, 12th, 14th, 16th, 18th, 20th highest HP. So I'm gonna make a little sheet. Shatterstar. Kind of doing this wrong way. Shatterstar. Thanks, sweetie. I know you're such a good helper. Shatterstar, long shot. I forgot her name already. Yelena Belova? Yelena something? Yeah, I'll say Yelena. I don't know how to spell it. Yelena. Red Guardian. Iceman. Kitty Pride. That's the 6. All right, so I don't think we have anything on what's her face, Jubilee yet, but I'll put her down. I don't think she's in MSF.gg yet, but I'll check her stats too. So far, let's say HP, damage. I don't know why I'm doing this here. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. You guys probably want to see it too. So let's do a little screen share here. Up. And there you are. All right, so cool. I'm probably blocking a lot of this. I'll create a new one. Character, HP, damage. What were the other stats I want to check here? Armor, focus, resistance. Armor, focus, resistance. And I'll make a note if their crit damage is above 130, or they think, so if their crit damage, crit chance is high or low, I'll say like plus what the baseline is, because everyone has pretty much a base 130 crit. So if they're plus or minus below that, I'll say plus or minus what the base is. Same thing with the crit chance. Speed is an important one to put, so I'll say speed. Looking at some adoption tops. I don't think I'm going to get any more, but sorry, I just clicked on the wrong screen. But it's kind of explaining that. Speed, dodge chance. Some characters do have dodge chance. It looks like a Red Guardian does have that. No, he has block chance. Never mind. So again, if there's anyone that hops out, I'll put those specific skills in here. So since Red Guardian does have dodge chance, I already saw it. I'll put that there. And then block chance. Did I do dodge chance or block chance? It's block chance, not dodge chance. Block. 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 There we go. All right, and what else? Block amount. Looks like everyone's pretty much 25. So if anyone's above that, damn it, Red Guardian is above that. He's already at 35, so he's plus 10. So I'll just put him like in the middle here. 35. It's 5, 35. Block. Is that block amount? Block amount. Yep, 35. It's just, it's not shown as a percentage, so I'm assuming that actually is a percentage, not just a base 25. Oops, I guess click on the wrong amount screens here. Block amount. Let's see if there's anything else. Accuracy again. If there's any kind of bump up from this, I'll do that. It looks like they've MSF.gg is added to this, so they have some. They're showing some stats from like players, I guess now. That's like what they're doing for ISOs and like how many people are updating their D4 abilities. So I'm assuming that the people that have uploaded their rosters, that's how many people are updating these, I guess. Okay, that's kind of interesting. All right, so what I'm looking at, guys, is I want to check out the new characters to see where they line up. So, like Shatterstar specifically, so he's 20th in HP. So I'm just going to put him in as Shatterstar. I'm not sure if that's 2 words or 1. Do that. 20th. And long shot is next. Shot. Yelena. And I'll do spell check on Yelena because I'm probably botching your name already. Red Guardian. And he's lining up. Iceman. Ice, ice, baby. Cute bride. Cute bride. And I think that's it. I do not think Jubilee's in MSF.gg yet because I don't think they've released her full kit and all that stuff. So probably not in the data mines. Let's go through it. So I'm looking for long shot. Does Control F work on here? Control F. Long shot. Oh, it does. That's fantastic. Okay, so he's a ways down there. Damn it. I'm going to have to actually count all those. I wonder if I just put like the actual HP amount rather than the rank. Because I think the HP amount might be a little bit more intelligible than just the rank. And Doom is way higher than everybody else. I did not know that. Look at that freaking base health from Dr. Doom. And if we think we're going to nuke him down before he can get that ult off, he's got like another third as much health as Hulk does. So Hulk's basically at 500k, and Dr. Doom is basically at 700k. That's like what is that? Additional 40%. Pretty close to that. It's pretty close to 40%. That is a major increase. And I'm just curious on checking Doom now. So his damage stat isn't tremendously higher than everybody else's like his health was. But that health stat is going to protect him. So you're not going to burst him down. You got to somehow figure out how to slow him and control him with like ability blocks, stuns. I think he can reject stuns though some way or cleanse them. So it might be ability blocks and slows are the way to handle him. We shall see. His armor stat's the highest, but not crazy. His focus is much better than everybody else for a base. But and everyone's focus stats though are that's kind of misleading because a lot of characters have really high passives that increase their focus by like 100,000%. It gets ridiculous with focus. So in resistance, JJ still has the highest resistance by a long way, and Doom is number 3. So again, very high in resistance, but you should be able to land things because a lot of Juggernaut's resistance comes through is when he gets tall up with defense up, it's basically impossible. But Doom's not going to have a mechanism like that, but we'll see on that as well. Doom's very interesting. His speed isn't impressive, but almost everything else on him is. All right, let me get off of Doom. So long shot was. I do need to count these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12. So 30 is Ebony Maw. 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60. So I think 60th. And somebody double check me, feel free to. But I'm just kind of penciling this in for now. And then Yelena Beloa, Yelena something. Let's check her out. Yelena. Spelling that wrong. Yelena? Okay, so it's Y-E. Let me correct that. Because I didn't verify. Yelena Natashikov, Belova. Just saying random Russian names. So she's way down there. Where was long shot at? So long shot was 60th. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 4, 6, 8, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 90, 2, 4, 6, 7. So 97th. And I'm not going to try to replace. I think Wolverthor does a really good thing on this. I'm just trying to get an idea of where these characters lie for like buying. So I'm going to build up this little spreadsheet here. I'm going to do Blitzsim too. So I'm going to kick on Blitzsim. And then maybe after I do my my first round of Blitzsim, I'll hop back into that spreadsheet. Stop. All right. So I haven't done this thing, so let's crank it out. Blitzsim unlocked. Congratulations. You've unlocked Blitzsim. You are a live human being. Here you go. Activate the sim button and hit battle to have the game run the combat and report the result. So I used to love simulating like football games in Madden and college football games. I used to do that for a hobby, just for little buddies, like way back, 20 years ago. But that used to be fun. And it's, to a certain regard, it's kind of what fantasy football is now. So I'm curious if this is going to have like a life of its own when we start actually enjoying this. So yeah, let's crank it up. I think I have some lower teams in this, and these aren't like the bottom of my roster. And let's just take the dregs in here. Boop, boop. And vector. Ready. Okay, how do you do sim? This still looks like a battle. Oh, right here. Sim. Battle. 1-0. I need to keep a tab of that too. So 1-0. I have to. I'll create a log here of my losses. So Blitzsim. Blitz. Sim results. And up. And today is what, 12-10? 12-10. Record losses. Losses. All right. Cool. So let's go back. Dink, 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 dink. Just try to use the bottom of my roster. And not procs. How about that one? Sim. Boom. Easy enough. This looks like, I gotta say, this is satisfying. I don't know if it's how much fun it is at this point, but it is satisfying just to not even waste any of your time with those fights. Zip it. All right, digging it. This is going very smooth so far. Of course, it's at the easiest level, but I mean, just from a functioning standpoint, this is not hard to execute. All right, so let's go with some healers. Throwing Sentry. I don't know who else is crap. Kingpin. I didn't even look at the opponent that time. Again, it's level 1, so it doesn't matter. But very cool. All right, so now let's go to my actual teams because I forgot. And it looks like I think I used Kree Oracle in one of the last ones. So I'll find an opponent. Zip. Sweet. So 4 for 4. Do that one. 5 for 5. And I think I used Squirrel Girl already, so let's do this one. So it should be 6 for 6. 6 for 6. I'm punching down still. This random slow team, that looks like a good matchup. 7 for 7. And good matchup. 8 for 8. Alright, so let's go back. Okay, move this. I think I have to do all or something like that for this. How do I do this? I'm not used to Google Sheets, guys, sorry. Nope. Back, back, back. How about zinc? Nope, I'm failing. Alright. Copy, paste. Oh. Total loss. Alright, so I'm at 8 for 8. And I'm going to save. Let's kick the Krees on. Should be, it might be a tough one, I don't know. 9 for 9. This should be an easy win at this level. Something's kind of affecting my mouse here. Not sure what it is. Sorry, baby. All right. I think this one will be a win too. 10 for 10. This feels really nice. They actually executed this well. I forget if that's 10 for 10 or 11 for 11. Let's say 10 for 10, not knowing any different. All right, hold on. I can count this. Might be my speakers or something. Headset. I think I did 2 basic fights, so then I started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so I'm on 10 for 10. This will be 11 for 11 if I win it, and that should be a win. 11 for 11. Defenders in tier 4. Captain Marvel everywhere. 12 for 12. Should be a really easy one. 13 for 13. Should be 14 for 14. Cool. So tier 5 now. So let's start getting a little harder. 15 and 0. So I'm just going to write that down for the second. So I have a little record of where I'm at. I'm starting to lose my mind. Should be 16. Sweet. Run it. 17. 18. 19. 20. So like every 5, I'll just update my log here. All right, so far so good. I'm sure there's some RNG, like you started the wrong thing and you get lost. Hey, Blake. Sorry, hopefully my dog doesn't bark into the microphone, guys. 21. 22. 23. 24. Alright. Alright, so I'm up in 7.2 now. Getting a little tougher. This one's going to be interesting about target selection. So I'm going to try this. It could be a loss. I'm punching up 50K. 25. I was a little iffy on that one. And I'm sure, like, depending on what's going on, how you build your team and all that stuff. Definitely in Dicer. That's not a full Guardian team, so no Loki, but it has a Captain Marvel. I'm going to try that one. 26. Oh, I didn't even see the logs afterwards. You can see how much health your team's... I'm just clicking so fast. I'm sorry, guys. You can see how well your team survived. Dang it. So I'll do that next. Alright, so I'll do it on this one. 27, and I just kicked their butt. And this is the end of my run. 28 and 0. Yeah, bud. So I'm curious if you guys, like, how did your guys' run do? Like, that's, obviously building up. It's not 28 and 0 at 8.3. That's 28 building up towards 8.3. And I haven't even fought an 8.3 fight yet. So, but that was very quick. Yeah, that feels nice. I can see this getting out of hand, though, with how many rotations people are going to be able to pump out now, though. So I kind of want to caution, like, the enjoyment factor and compared to how tedious it might become. Having to do this 12 times a day, which I'll never do this 12 times a day. I'm not going to give up sleep for this. But drastic improvement. Fantastic improvement. Like, if I actually had to fight those out and get the same result to get 28 fights, that's going to take me probably close to an hour. I mean, just because I'm not going to do it banging out, I'm going to be distracted. Like, if you're just a machine doing all the fights, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. But I'm going to have distractions. I'm going to play with the dogs. I'm going to talk to you guys, whatever. I'm going to walk away from the computer and because it's taking so long. And plus, I kind of get bored of just blitzing nonstop. It's not engaging at all. So this 5 minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, just super quick. Win or loss, what a drastic improvement. That's really amazing. So I got about 1,000 blitz credits saved up. I'll go down to like my top, I don't know, Brotherhood, and then I'll use some of these and see what I can end up as. Deadpool's going to flip, but that team's really haphazard, so I'm going to try that one. Bing! Alright, that's Brotherhood. I'll go to Inhumans. Bing! So 30 and 0. I'm going to say 30 and 0. And 31. Ooh, that one might be a loss. I think the punch up is too much with X-Force. So I'm going to bounce on X-Force for a second. I think this one actually has a stronger chance of being a win. What am I at now? 31? I lost track. 31. 32. 33. It's kind of a random team. No Star-Lord. 34. $35. All right, so 35 and 0, and the last, like, I don't know, 10 of those or so, 8 or 10 of those fights, 7 to 10, we're at 8.3. So Blitz Sim is very achievable at 8.3. It's not dicking you around. I'm actually a little bit surprised as to that I haven't lost anything so far, especially at the 8.3 level. But I am picking matchups. You know, if I go into this matchup, there's a very good chance I lose this. I probably would lose. And I'm not going to do it just to do it, but right now. But I'll kind of do bow up to the 50 level. So that's 36. And I apologize, guys. Let me blow this out for you. I hadn't even shown you the proper screen here. Transform, fit to screen. All right, let me modify this a little bit. Visor. See if that's any better. Keep grabbing the other thing. There we go. There's overlap. He doesn't really know what's grabbed. All right, I think that's cleaner. A little cut off on the left-hand side. Wonder why it's cut off on the left-hand side. Let me try to figure that out. Display capture, Chrome 2, visor. All right, let me remove. Yes. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna give my capture a little cleaner look. Visor, add source. Better. Cool. All right. It's a pretty good run. I think that was 38, you know? So very satisfied with that. Mode feels great. I'll do a couple more with bow until I max out here, 39. And just to get to 40. My X-Force team beating one less, smaller. It's a pretty strong team. Oh, this one. See, that's our first loss. Oh, I still won that. And you can see it was not great. And this is actually, I think, a really nice feature of this. So kudos to them. I was not expecting them to have this. It's a really nice coaching tool for you to see, you know, learn, okay, how's your team punching up into these other teams on full auto? Because I have a pretty imbalanced X-Force team, a really low Domino and Cable, and then T14, Deadpool, X23, and Negasonic. So I want to give them props for this. Scopely Fox next, Golf Clap, the Adam Sandler Golf Clap from a long ago movie you guys probably haven't seen. Happy Gilmore. But anyways, really nice. So I like that feature. You can see if you're getting wrecked. You can see what went wrong. You see what's going right. It kind of gives you an idea of how well the fights are going. And it's, you know, it's random, but kind of gives you an idea if you can punch up more or those kind of things. So that's really nice. So 40-0 so far, and at least I think it's, I don't know, 13 to 15 fights. So that we're at 8.3. So I have my just for you, FYI for you guys, whoever's out there, I do have my teams. They're not organized anymore by team power. At the top, they still are, but you can see, like right here, they're no longer organized that way. They're actually organized by what level of blitz sim I think they'll be able to win at reliably. These two teams can probably win at both 8.3, so I'll put them in power order. But I think X-Men might be a little bit more reliable in Blitz than as Guardians because you're not going to be able to target where Loki throws his special to open a fight, and you're not going to be able to target is Hela going to hit that same opponent or someone at random. So I think X-Men's going to be a little bit more consistent than as Guardians will, even though piloted as Guardians is very strong, probably stronger than X-Men or similarly. So, I kind of have them. I don't think X-Force are as good as symbiotes in Blitz, so I have them lower. And that's kind of how I'm doing mine. I actually think the Sinister Six is probably better than X-Force in Blitz. So I'm going to put them up one. And I think the Inhumans are really strong. Blitz team as well. I think they're probably going to be better than X-Force and Blitz. Probably the same for Brotherhood. I think Brotherhood can win a lot of those fights. I'm not, X-Force hasn't lost, but I just don't feel as confident with them in Blitz. So I think they're somewhere like in Blitz, similar to Guardians and F4, Fantastic Four. I think they're probably that similar kind of tier of Blitz team, and that's kind of how I have these guys ranked. And you can see it's not based upon power; it's based upon where I think they'll kind of top out at in Blitz. And that way, when I'm moving up, I'm kind of moving up similar with the Blitz tiers of like, okay, I'm in somewhere in the fighting the tier 6 fights, and you're kind of moving up your roster with those. You're not using your better Blitz teams in lower modes, even though they're power. And there's probably different ways of looking at this. Just Blitz based upon the power of your team. That way, the ladder fights are worth more, and you get more points that way. I'm going based upon more of an efficiency thing. Not to say that the other route wouldn't, be undefeated just like I am, but I think it's a little easier to bulk that way. Then when I'm going to do my 8.3 fights at the end, I have all my 8.3 teams at the top, and I can just sim. I don't have to look for them in my. I don't have to. This team can do it. This team can't, and I'll probably reorganize these as I go. Depending on if they're winning or losing. But that's how I have it. And then for a different view of that, if you want to see it, guys. Display capture, and I haven't built here. No, where are they at? Not that one. Not that one. Maybe I didn't put it together. I thought I did. Maybe I closed it. I may have closed the file. I apologize, guys. I had another file up, but it looks like I may have closed it out. With what I was doing. But yeah, I had a sheet. Never mind. It's going to be a second sheet on one of these. Where is it at? DD4 planner, colorblind friendly, sheet 1. It's right here. I forgot I made a second sheet at the bottom rather than something else. So Blitz and rank and best war teams, I just put on the same thing. So here I kind of put my teams, and they've changed in power. Like my power armor is now 605. And I can change it there. And this kind of gives me an idea of, and I'll zoom in here, guys, sorry. I don't use Google Sheets for work, I use Excel, so it's a little different for me. But if you guys find this helpful, let me know. If you guys think it's like too messy or something like that. Basic idea is putting just creating a list of the teams that are the most reliable at the highest. So the team name, and then in column A, column H is just what level, and this was all speculative. I put this together 2 or 3 weeks ago prior to Blitzen being released. And here's where I think each team of my list on the left will reliably win at. Not what they'll top out at, what will they reliably win at with good matchmaking selection. So as long as you're not being a bonehead and running hand versus Black Order, what will your best hand team be able to top out at for Blitz? I think just speculation. I thought mine might be able to beat level 4 reliably. Maybe it's 5. Maybe it's 2. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll play with them more, and then I'll record my losses, and then I'll adjust these based upon how they're performing. But so far so good. And then all the way up. So I'm starting with my Black Order. I think they're going to be the most reliable Blitz team that I have in my roster. And then I put X-Men. Maybe MM Marauders are better. Maybe Guardians are better. I'm sure this is going to change over time. But for me, just speculating, I thought X-Men might be a little bit more reliable because I think the Dark Phoenix mechanic and Colossus will work pretty well on auto, and they don't need as much targeting to perform reliably compared to maybe cloning with Sinister or targeting the Loki Hela combo with his Guardians, nailing all the chains with symbiotes. You might ult somebody that completely doesn't have any debuffs on them. It's going to be harder to load reliably. And I think I probably put X-Force a little too high, but I have a group of 8 teams. I have 2 8.3 teams, and it looks like I might have more 8.3 teams than I thought, so which is a good sign. I thought I thought this was going to be harder, guys. I thought we would actually be losing about I thought we'd be losing a lot more fights, and oh, I'm all over the place. Where's my visor? Visor? You have dark mode on me? Why isn't it showing? Visor? Visor? What happened? View? It's running. How about my visor? All right, let me try this again. It looks like it's kind of like hidden somehow. Show on screen? Okay, I'm gonna have to redo it. I apologize, guys. Looks like it just doesn't want to show up right now for whatever reason. Trying to think why that might be, but anyways, all right. Let me load this again, and let me go back. There we go. I have another kind of thing set up, and it looks like this one's a little cleaner. Put the screen. All right, I'll live with that. So cool. Yeah, so I'm very happy with Blitzem so far. I think it's working really well. So good job, Scopely. I think that really did deliver on the promise of what they were trying to do. And for all the bad things that we're saying about regarding the new Mojo mode, I think they nailed it with Blitzem. So that's really great. And no bugs. It was super quick too. No lag, nothing like that. So again, golf clap. Oh, we just got 15. It was a slight punch down, so we didn't go up all that much. We need one more win, and then we're going to hit 1,300. It'll probably bounce around, up and down around 1,300 for a little bit. But we're pretty close to 1,300 trophies for reward. So pretty happy to be contributing to my alliance with the win, and nice to see. So I'll claim that, and then I'll do some real-time arena here. I need to buy something else from the store. I don't know if I want to spend 100K on these anymore. I'm really on the fence. Like, I think we can farm these now. So like, I think I'm going to slow down on these T14 uniques because I think we can just farm them. So I might just refresh the store and buy something random. So I don't really have a lot in here that I need. So I'd rather buy something unique rather than like I need this serum more than I needed that last piece. And I'll be honest, guys, I do not pull these tier 15 uniques at all. They're not guaranteed in here, but the rate that they're appearing looks, for me, is about, I get 1 out of every 3 times my store refreshes. I'm sure everyone else is, feels like they're getting better. You might have some good ones where you pull 3 in 1 store refresh. And I've had those too. But for me, my average, I'm getting about 1 piece every 3 times the store refreshes. Maybe I have bad luck, I don't know. But my experience is about 33% of the time I can buy 1 of those. So right now, there's basically no access whatsoever to tier 15 uniques. It's pretty garbage. They need to let up on that a little bit because, or a lot of it. And obviously their plans are, they won't be able to buy the battle pass, and that's where they want to try to funnel everyone through. And it completely makes sense. That's their, bottleneck and frustration mechanic that they're trying to build. But don't fall into that, guys, unless you're really trying to rush for Doom. By all means, buy everything you can if you can support that spending habit. But at some point, it might not be 3 months down the line, it might be 6 months down the line, but at some point, we'll get some relief on those pieces, and you won't be so strapped. I guess the other way we're getting these right now is through the war store, so you can get it here. You get 1 piece every shop, and that is guaranteed, so that's nice. So this one is for skilled characters, Zemo. And Zemo is using this new PvP mode, so I'm thinking about Zemo now. So I'll buy that. I really want to focus on X23 for the next Doc Ock event. But this is the other one, the War Store. So I got, for whatever reason, I thought it guaranteed it on the left-hand side, not the right. So maybe I got them mixed up and it always shows on the right-hand side. But so this is tech. It's tech pieces. Yeah, don't mind that. I don't really know if I have a preference. I guess anything that's for mutants, because I'm doing mutants first. Adamantium is actually nice. I don't have a ton of adamantium. And that's going to come in handy for varied characters. Probably X23. And I don't imagine I'll be bringing Ultron into this mode. But I don't know. I'll have to look at his cost, because I think he has a high cost of this. But I don't think so. And then this little pressurized tank thing is a very strange kind of item to have. I don't quite get this for anyone besides like Pyro. It's like, who else uses a pressurized tank besides Pyro? Maybe Ultron with some kind of piston, like a very tiny one inside of his arm somewhere. But like besides Pyro having one on his back, I don't quite get this. Well, they're all kind of made up, so I don't want to be so critical, but more tech gear, I guess. So tech, Hullpalooza. That's cool. But yeah, very happy with Blitzen. They did a really good job on that. I am getting my ass kicked in Arena. I didn't. I'll wait a little bit longer. This earlier in the week, I wasn't coring as much, and I fell backwards. So it loud and clear, got to core at least 2 or 3 times a day to keep up in my Blitz shard. Arena shard. It's very competitive. All right. Can I upgrade Anti-Venom? I can. Awesome. Tier 11. Been waiting on him for a while. All right. So inching him up very slowly. There's no rush. My symbiotes do just fine without him in war. And so my goal with the rest of these guys is to get them up to start inching all these characters up to 75. Because I think some of these guys are falling behind a little bit, and I want to build them up so they're not. So next, I'm not really using Rhino. And as much as I think I could use Rhino instead of Green Goblin for countering Taskmaster and Mercs. Mine is so small, my red stars are so small, and I'm not going to buy red stars on them. And red Taskmaster just became farmable today. I think for the time being, until I draw higher red stars on Rhino, I have so many characters to build up and gold to expend. I'm going to hold off on putting materials into him, and I'll just continue using my Green Goblin version into other matchups. They do fine against a lot of other stuff. I don't have to use them versus Merc specifically. So my goal, I might bring Shatterstar up just to use them in PvP, but like no one's going to be, I don't think there's any value to PvP now. So I don't really know what PvP is for, like for the events. Like maybe they'll start doing more events with PvP, but I actually don't see them doing those PvP events in this event selection anymore, at least in the near future, with like milestone rewards, just because they just released Mojo's Real-Time Arena, RTA, and they want us to be participating in this heavily. So they probably don't want to overwhelm us and have us pulled in so many different directions. If they bring that event out again, I'll probably immediately take Shatterstar up to level 9. Gear tier level 9. And that way I can try him out there. But until the rest of his team comes out, it's kind of like, there's no real rush. Like, I don't know where to put him. So, I mean, I can definitely build him up. I pulled really high red stars on him. So I can just do it for science. But my goal is to build my top 4 ward offense teams, all of them up to level 75. The best ones I want to take up, towards 80 as I keep advancing bit by bit. So I'll do that. So I got about 1 mil. I'm going to come back and I'll do the Doom Campaign 3. I'll finish where I left off. Green Goblin is just higher than where I had Rhino at. So he's 6 red stars, level 71, tier 13, no 12, tier 12. No T4s invested into him, so I'm trying to be flexible with that and not pin myself into him. But that's where he's at. And I don't know. He's not really a priority to get to level 75, I'll be honest. So I'm actually going to de-favorite him. I could take him up to level 3 ISOs. I'm going to hold off. And so my current focus is probably Mr. Fantastic, Blob, and Toad. And I want to get them to 71 each. Maybe Pyro to 71. Mr. Fantastic is kind of the one that's has a pretty good kit, but sometimes he just doesn't hold up as much. Might be his Red Stars. Blob seems to perform his role just fine without the levels, so I'm actually going to go Fantastic because I think they might need it more. And then, but I do want to do Blob pretty here in the near future. So I'll put 800k into Fantastic. And 800k, I'll be honest, does not get you much at this levels. I think the levels now for gold feel a lot better, but the percentage gains down at this level are very minor. Like 8k health is, I mean, it's like 4%. Is it 4%? 3% maybe. So it's not terrible, but it's for those 3 levels, so it's about 1% per level. So, and that is terrible. And like this, the set gains are very marginal. But again, it's only 3 levels, so it's not like a wow thing, but every little bit helps. It's all incremental. So a couple hundred here, 150 there, and I need to get him to be survivable a little bit more. So again, 10% focus and resistance for self in all allies. There are Fantastic Four and Namor, She-Hulk, etc. On turn, choose 3 random allies. If they have a positive effect, remove 1. So I think that's probably up from 2. Yeah, so you get 1 more. And then 10% focus and resistance. This isn't bad, but I'm going to hold off for the time being on doing that. I know a lot of people did the stun, so instead of 70%, instead of 50% chance to stun, it's 100%. Maybe once I get him up to 71, level 71 with the focus gain, and maybe at that point, adding the focus to his kit does help, and then putting that into him. But I really don't want to dump T4s into teams that are not like hyper meta right now. And they're kind of like a mediocre war team. They're not bad. They're not great. They're just kind of right in the middle. So they're probably actually, I would say, towards the 5 and 6 rank, somewhere in there, if I had to rank them. So I don't think they're even a top 4 war team anymore on offense. So I kind of want to be cautious with how far I go at this point. It might be diminishing returns on putting that into them. But yeah, so I'll just keep leveling him up. I'll get him to 71 probably, and then work on Toad and Blob. And so that way they don't fall too far behind. Got a roster progress of our war opponents. And then I want to work on my Sinister 6. So I'll level up Swarm, and probably Swarm as the priority. And I think my Electro is already 75, but I'll verify her. Where's she at? Yeah, she's already level 75. So for her, I'm just waiting on farmability. She's not farmable. Hopefully I get lucky and pull some, I just need 19 more, and I can get her up to 6 stars. That would help her power. This isn't terrible. At some point, once I start getting up to tier 14, and I might increase that right now. I don't know if that's doing a lot of damage, so I'm kind of holding off. I might just take Cyclops up to tier 14 just because I love him so much. But I gotta be cautious. I don't think I can, because the stupid material that is unique is Doc Ock, and I need these for Doc Ock to 15. So if I use, what is that, 12 for this, 24. So if I use 36, that would leave me with 19. I would just need 6 more by the time. I can do that. So I can take 6 more. But I don't know. I might take Strife into DD4, and I haven't decided on Strife yet. So I'm just going to hold off for now. There's no rush on Cyclops, but I do like him a lot. What an amazing difference just putting a little bit of gear into him, and he performs just fine at tier 12. But yeah, he's amazing. Absolutely love Cyclops. He's a blast to use. Zemo, Been taking him up pretty consistently with levels. The next one will be more health for him. I'm going to hold off on that. All right. So anyways, I did the Blitz Sim. I'm going to hop into Real-Time Arena here in a second. And let's go into the campaign for Doom Campaign 3. The only one I had a hard time on, believe it or not, was this 4th node. I didn't bring in a very synergistic team into that. And yeah, I got clobbered. I was able to clear it on my first pass, but I was only down to 2 characters with Invisible Woman and Thor. And that one actually struggled with. The next node was super easy, number 5. And let's see how number 6 is. So Graviton, I do not have Graviton maxed out. He's never been a priority for me. So I think I ran this team on the last one, even though it's really low power. The power on this team for my roster is Thor and Invisible Woman. The other 3 are really low, 60s, somewhere on there. I could bring in Vision and Falcon, stuff like that, but we'll see how this goes. Composition-wise, I think there's decent stuff going on with ISOs. And hopefully I can pull off some passes with Thor. I didn't look at the opponents on this one, so we'll see. Maybe I'm bringing the wrong team in. Captain, if you buy me enough time, I can dismantle the time platform and cut off Doom's power. No offense, Dr. Richards, but I brought a more direct way to disable it. Frontal Assault. Hulk Smash, okay. Nailed it. All right, here we go. I could save it to cleanse Quake's slows, but I'm just going to speed up. And then I'm just going to go after Doom. Let's see the Hulk Smash. Let's see that Hulk Smash. I'm just going to basic here. I'm going to use her ability on the next one. There goes the bot. Stunned my Hulk. Threw out the blinds. Resisted, but I think I only landed that on... Storm was the only one I landed a blind on. I don't think you could stun him because I think he shakes it. So yeah, he's sitting invulnerable there. So another Doom bot. It's kind of cool face. Oh, so that wasn't the ult, was it? I don't think it was. So I got to clear up. There's the passive, and boom, I was able to get a lot of those out. Let's see if I can clear the buffs. Nope, didn't clear anything. Let's get rid of Storm. Try to get rid of the Disrupt. And again, I can't stun. So I just want to get rid of She-Hulk because she's going to cleanse all the stuff I throw, like debuffs wise. So I want to try to get Doom out of here. I don't know if he's actually ulting. They might have him said not to ult, use his ultimate. So I don't feel like he's thrown anything crazy at me yet. Yeah, I thought he was going to do it before now. So maybe it's this turn, I don't know. And I'm wailing. That ISO barrage, even though they're really low power, to see basic with Black Widow, assist from Hawkeye, applied to vulnerable, and then another follow-up from Black Widow as a striker. I like that a lot, especially if I had him stronger. All right, there goes Doom, and here goes the Doom bot here in a second. Taskmaster. So kind of, do I stun Taskmaster here or Shuri? Let's stun Taskmaster. I think that's kind of a no-brainer, actually, now that I think about it. Try to throw the ult down the middle and get rid of Shuri at least. No, didn't work. Dang it. See if I can stun him. He blocked it, but I did get the stun. See if I can get rid of the defense up to kill him. Nope. Nope. Speed up. Blinds. Man, he is an insufferable, sturdy boy. But yeah, pretty easy. This node wasn't hard either. It was just that one node. And I feel like almost in all the Doom campaigns, there's like specifically like one node that really jumps out at you. And it's usually the hardest node. It's kind of weird, like Thor's hammer just aiming at Hulk is like some revenge. It's a weird bug. Mjolnir going his own direction. So I'm at 41 of 300. But to be honest, I'm not going to farm Graviton. I can farm him later. If they bring a legendary event, you know, they announce, hey, there's some legendary event character coming up for AIM. sure, I'll hop on here and I'll farm them. But like, I'm not building aim. My aim days are done until they get a rework. They need. I don't even know if they need a rework. They just need better characters on that team because they have some synergy. And if you put them, aim is a weird team. So aim has to have a high investment um, to really perform because basically all their function is basically to survive stronger teams' initial barrage and then just wear you down and win. So they have to be strong enough to survive the initial barrage, and that's not tier 12 in my kind of war rating. Like I, tier 12 doesn't cut it. You can beat some teams with aim, but like, and I still can. I can get a win every war if I really hunted for a fight. But it's too hard. It's like it's becoming more and more or less frequent that you can easily find fights, and they're more pigeonholed as to what they can do in war. So big aim's still performing more just fine, but the investment you have to do to get them there isn't really balanced. Like my X Force just kicks the snot out of most war defenses, and I don't even have to tier 14 the whole team. I only have to do like a couple of the characters, and they perform fine. So yeah, anyways, next, let's see how these next three fights are. I'm gonna skip all the chatter and just get to the action. All right, so this is Hero Tech or Hero Supernatural characters. I have pretty strong characters in this category, not specifically. Well, Hero Tech is my Vision and my Supernatural. I'll show you my team powers here so you guys can see. So I have 7 red stars. My first ever 7 red star pull about over a year ago was Star-Lord. So I didn't buy it. He came as, and then I was a sucker. My first 6 red star in the game was Vision, and I was a sucker for him too. I took them both up to tier 14 because I like both characters a lot. They've both fallen off dramatically. I see Vision getting some love probably in 2021 towards the end of the year. Star Lord, I don't know. Hopefully he gets something going on because he doesn't feel like a legendary anymore. To be honest, he's just a good utility character, but he really doesn't have a place. So many of the teams are so heavily synergistic. They need the Guardians need some help somehow. I'm not sure how that's going to tie in. Maybe it's into some kind of galactic war team where he fits into like a mixed unit. It'll be interesting to see. He has his niche roles very specifically, like in Dark Dimension, you use him as an energy battery. But in the end game, Star Lord's not very strong right now. I might actually even think about putting him on offense and seeing what they beat, but have to tinker with that idea. So Rocket, I'm already getting defense up for 2 turns from Vision. I guess I'm just going to rock that. I could go Star-Lord for, I'm sorry, not Star-Lord, Doctor Strange for flips, but Rocket's just more fun. Not my strongest team, but that looks like fun. So let's knock this thing out, see how it goes. Yeah, so I was able to 3-star most of these, on the first pass, except for that one node. And I don't think I've actually, like half the fights I just put on auto, so this isn't difficult. I'm going to try to put on Beast because I think putting the special on Beast will hit this Killmonger, so I get the most kind of value out of it, special. I could have hit this Killmonger and got Beast and those 3, so I could have got 4 using either Beast or Killmonger in the middle. I was hoping to kill off Daredevil. Apparently, he doesn't want to die. So I'm going to go after Storm to see if 50% chance to kick over to Daredevil. All right, got him. Perfect. Just see if I can basic him down. Throw the ability block on Luke Cage. Sure, he's going to defense up here if I can't get through it fast enough. I'm just going to use the ult on Shuri. Kind of a waste. I didn't see her turn meter by the time she went. Just try to nuke her down. She gone. You can start throwing basics over on Psylocke. All right. I just cleared it, and then now I'm using the special. Turn order was a little off there. Sorry. Hang in there. Oh. Looks like a 2-star clear here. Yeah, 2-star clear. Down goes Falcon. He just took too much damage there. I'm gonna go after their main damage dealer that's left to heal up Ghost Rider. Unleash the hounds, or the unleash the raccoons. Um, and I'm gonna nuke Iron Fist just to get rid of the healing on the tanks. Um, Try to get Killmonger out of here with my 100k vision. That'll clear the deflect off of Psylocke. See if I can kind of splash her down. Ooh! So this actually is not. This definitely would have been better if I did Shuri here. So clear this with 3 stars. Don't use Rocket. Use Shuri, and then you can just basically have defense out throughout the whole fight. So I'll probably redo this one again at some point and just use Shuri. My Shuri is really small. She's just boring to use for me. I don't like using her, but she's a better tune than Rocket. She's a legendary. I just like I like to play offensively rather than sustain. But sustain is the way you get 3 stars. So if you're trying to go for 3 stars for clear, definitely run Shuri there over Rocket. So I'll make a second pass at that one here in a second if I need to. I don't know if I might be farming this. I don't need these lock cases at all right now, so it's not really a high priority for me. But, oh, sorry, I got it wrong. This tech mat, I might need nanites. I do need some of these resistance parts, believe it or not a ton. So I might go back and do that one. Really the big deal here is getting Taskmaster and 3-starring that one. All right, so to do it right, I will bring Shuri this time. I won't be too sloppy. And I'm actually going to bring in Strange, because it looks like I'm clearing with Vision before Falcon anyway, so I'm not getting really much value out of him. And yeah, let's see how this does. All right, so looks like most of them have defense up, but I'm just going to throw it up on the my 2 Mystics again. So they got a lot of bleeds going there and some splash from Hela. So not a great start to this fight. I'm going to special over on this side. How many of these? Oh, I got Doom. Even in this void, your incompetence is staggering, Stark. Yeah, here I am, debasing myself by hitting you. That's a nice line. Stand aside, let Doom handle this. By all means, Doom, handle this. I don't like this, but I'm not in a position to look a gift tyrant in the mouth. I'm not in a position to look a gift tyrant in the mouth. I don't get that line so much, but okay. I think there's like a reference to like a horse line like that. I'm probably missing the pun. Alright, so I'm not running Mordo, so I'm not going to heal off of Killing Greg. Believe it or not, what I'm going to do is try to work over on Invisible Woman, potentially. I want to kill her off before she can cleanse everything. So there she goes. And then I got a lot of heal block on me, so let's try to ability block Mordo. Alright, Doom, I need you to actually do something here. He's almost dead, so this isn't going terrifically. I should kill Mordo. Throw it down the pike. And I'm going to try to offense down on Hela. Throw some energy. Oh, everyone resisted my tier 14 Star-Lord blind. He had offense down though. Okay, so heavy debuffs, and he's getting a lot of energy. So I need to go after Ghost Rider probably in this node faster. And those, believe it or not, those these guys, I forgot his name. I don't know why I'm having a hard time on his name right now. I just never use him in this game, so like his name's escaping me. Heimdall. Alright, so I was able to bring back Doom. I'm getting the crap version of Doom apparently. He's worthless. So So I'll just use basics. I gotta check the stat line of this. Where's their, where's the, where can I see how strong they are? 69k. He's way stronger than 69k. So that's a whole bunch of crap. Tier 14? Level 80 tier 14 is not 69k. I don't know what they're talking about. So weird stat line here. I don't quite get that because yeah, you can't beat tier 14 and 69k at level 80. That's just so these powers are ridiculous. They're much stronger than 69k. And here I kind of gotta be careful. I'm gonna go down the middle and try to hit the Lokis and see what I can do here. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I need to get her out. And oh, I'm in a hurt here. I don't know if I can get it out of this. I'm trying to get one of the Loki's dead. Oh, the bleeds killed him. I didn't know if the bleeds were going to be enough to kill him. I'm going to try to feed strange energy and see if I can get him to revive again. Alright, let's revive. Okay, I don't want to... Sorry, I don't like the song's like in Spanish and American, but I don't like the Spanish version so much. Yeah, I've pretty much had heal block on me this entire fight, so I think most of these characters are bringing out use heal block. That's kind of what they're doing. And there goes Star-Lord. I might have to more focus. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Their Ghost Rider. I don't necessarily need to 3-star this because I don't think this was an important note for me to clear either at 3 stars to auto every day. But the heal block in this node is tough. You don't really have a cleanse, so it's easy to beat the node, but I don't want to fight that long node every day. So if I was going to do this one, I'll have to look at team. My Shuri is really small, so she dies. I'm not going to build her up just for this node. So if I need those like focus mats or anything like here, I just won't farm them on this node. Like nothing in here is unique to this node. These lock cases I can get elsewhere. This node I could have done better. Probably could 3-star this node. The nanites, if I need those, I will come back here and 3-star that with a better team. So hopefully this node is a little easier than the last one to 3-star because the last one was actually semi-difficult with my roster. But okay, Alpha Flight, Robotics. So these are both like things I actually need, it looks like. So let's see how this goes. Taskmaster. Skip. And let's take a look at these teams. See if I'm bringing the best version. I think I am, guys. I think that is... The only thing I can do really here is I can bring in Scarlet Witch. My Scarlet Witch is really low. And so I can extend buffs with her and then run that. So I'll try the Scarlet Witch version. Let's try that version. I'm going to try this completely differently. Let's put him in the middle, Scarlet Witch over on the side. So what I'm going to try to do is have Star-Lord feed energy to Ghost Rider Special and Doctor Strange's revive mechanic, and then try to do some health redistribution with Scarlet Witch. Her feet are very like funny right there. Those are kind of cool shoes. I like the shoes. They're just very dainty, even though they're in black. And almost like a little bit like a little lace-up kind of like a boot there. It's kind of cool. Like this is a very militaristic kind of like fighting boot. She's got these like little clogs on. It's kind of funny, like she's going to school. I always like the cheesy like what's that station? What CS station like that where they have all the girls fighting in high heels? It's like oh jeez. Sophie, you're a little cowboy. You're just going for warmth, honey. All right, so I think I've done this before where I ignored Dr. not Doctor, but Ghost Rider, and then he just wallps me with his specials and stuff. Human Torch is going to flip whatever I put on him, but I feel like if I ignore him, it's going to be a problem. So I need to start putting stacks or something over on Doctor Doom. See if I can just get him out of the fight. I think that should kill him. Yeah, he's gone. I'll just flip now, and then see if I can. Yep, I'll extend, and then see if I can kill off. I'm actually going to ability block Ghost Rider here, so he can't use his ult. Ooh, I got Doom again. I forgot I had him. He's just sitting there in the corner. Perfect, so special. And maybe I should have used his basic there, but he hasn't been really surviving long, so I'm just going to use any kind of value out of him I can while I have him up. I'm going to redistribute health here, and then just throw the basics out. Yeah, Peanut. Cool, so far so good. Clear all negative cells from self. The most injured non-summon ally with highest damage. Heal self. Yada yada yada. Heal speed over. Okay, let's try that. Gonna go up to their Doom again. Go up to the Doom again. Basic. Basic. So where do you get? Oh, he's got so much turn meter. He's just going over and over and over again. Okay, see, I don't think he needs to go. I'm going to go after Strange now, because Strange is going to flip all my deflects, and I don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to go after Mordo. Throw offense down over on the other one. I should put it on Elsa probably. Let's keep working on these guys. Mortals I find more annoying than the other ones, so I'll go after those guys. Keep working them down. It's okay. I'm just going to use basics here. Basic. 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 There's no one to revive. Alright, so last 5. Last Doom. And here I'm going to stack it up on down the middle. And then I'll try to get Doom out before one of the Hulks revive. I don't want to throw debuffs because She-Hulk will flip them. So I'm just going to go for damage. I'm going to save his clear so when the Hulks taunt. Attack all enemies for 400% damage plus apply heal block. This attack gains 50% damage per Doom bot. I've got four Doom bots, so it's going to hit for 600% damage. Clear all death proof from all Doombot allies. Attack them for 5. Okay, so they're all going to die. Use it! Boom! Boom! Oh, that was good. That was good. Bravo. C'est magnifique. So it looks like I'm going to 3-star this. Let's try to flip, see if that kills Hulk when he takes a turn. He's going to die when he takes a turn, but just for good measure, there's the ult in your face. And cool. So 3-star first try. You think standing your ground against this is a victory. I hate his futility. Yeah, this is a really menacing. I wish he was a little taller because he still looks a little short neck right here. I wish they kept making these villains taller and taller. But this is a really nice art here. The pose and everything, like the clenching fists. It's pretty cool, man. They did a good job on him. Hopefully it looks like that in the real game. Hey, Breezy. How you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good night. Now that we have access to the Nexus, our reach can be infinite. Brothers, expand the portal. Okay. Hopefully bring like a Latveria background. I would love to fight in Latveria in the game. I think that would be pretty sick. You liking the new content, Breezy? Have you started doing all this stuff? So I just cleared the Taskmaster node. No. It's kind of cool. They didn't make that one overly hard. Got a long ways to go for a 6-star on TM, but yeah. So I 3-starred the one I needed to. I had trouble on 3 of the nodes, but I don't really. There's nothing really I need to. I guess the Shoggoth fluid, I'll probably go back and 3-star that at some point. I probably need that one. But overall, then the Nanite, I'll probably come back and 3-star this one at some point. The one that I had the hardest time on was this Dune 3.8, but I don't really need these at all. I have like 828 of those things, so I probably am not going to bother with 3.8 in a long time. So really just doing the Taskmaster one. Cool. All right. Yep. So we're just working my way up. 140 more to go, and that'll be on my daily regimen now. All right, and got those done. And next, I already did Blitz Sim, so next for me is going to be the Mojo's Mayhem stuff. So I'm going to hop in there and start knocking that out. And I have some weird goals for the day. I've already done all my weeklies, so my weeklies are all done. I finished those like yesterday morning. Hey puppies, how you guys doing? You guys liking the Blitz Sim? It's I haven't been checking in on Discord since I've been streaming, but I imagine everyone's loving it. I did my first lap on Blitz Sim, and it was super nice. I thought they did a really good job with that. So bravo, Scopely, Fox Next, and all those guys. It went very buttery smooth for me. I think so. I had like a little log. I'm not sure what you guys did. I'm curious what your guys' results were. Let me do that thing. And then, so I was, there we go. So my first lap, I was 40-0. So I didn't lose any fights today, and which was nice. But I'll do another lap here in a little bit. But I won about the last 10 or 15 fights on 8.3 on Blitz Sim. So I was actually worried. I thought I had like a little chart out here where like my little Blitz Sim thing. I created this like 3 weeks ago. My team powers have moved up a little bit since then, but not much. But I thought I would only have like just a couple teams that would reliably win at 8.3 on Auto Blitz. But I probably won with like, not Supernatural, but BH2 and up. I won in all the fights like repetitively with them at 8.3. No problem. So I'm sure you get stuck with some matchups where you have to drop down and do a different fight at a lower power range and move back up. But for me, I was pretty surprised. I didn't have to do I didn't get knocked down when I was building up towards 8. Again, I didn't lose a fight, and all these teams won. They didn't all win at their like these levels, like might have been at 4 or 5 or 6, but it was really easy to get up to 8, and then to win at 8.3 as long as you're picking your like some of your best teams. I found it pretty smooth, so I was impressed. All right, let me put the game back on. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Cool. Oh, you're not a fan of Blitz Sim. You're not too. I thought you were actually looking forward to this, puppies. I thought you last night you were saying you were hoping it would come out. Yeah, scores are definitely going to skyrocket, especially for the folks that are going to no life and no sleep this. But I'm not trying to compete with those guys. Like for me, my days of trying to push for top 1%. I mean, if your intention with Blitz is still remaining to be a hard charger and push for top 100, top 1% in every single Blitz that matters for you, yeah, you might not like this because now a lot of folks that are before were not blitzing are going to put more time into it because it's so easy. But I think a lot of folks still, you might be surprised, I think a lot of folks are not going to be as diligent as setting alarms and doing this every 2 hours. I think a lot of the folks like myself are going to be a little bit more casual about it. Even though it's super simple now, we're still not going to be like as organized and on top of it as like a lot of the professional gamers that are really going hard on this blitz mode. This is still not looking great. Why is this? Bear with me. Visor. Trying to fix this. It's not quite fitting the screen the right way. I'm not sure why. Fit the screen. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Um, yeah, but that's a separate thing. So just taking Blitz Sim in a vacuum, I like it a lot more than what Blitz was before. But yeah, it was for all the people that were, and I don't think you were in this group, puppies. I think you knew because you follow so many of the content creators. I see you on all the channels. You're definitely getting educated as to what's coming from the CCs. I think all the CCs were saying that it is very likely that Scopely was going to try to transfer our time commitment that we were spending in Blitz. So even though we view it as low quality time and we wanted out of that kind of like arrangement, they wanted to transfer our eyeball time in the game in like activity time being logged into the app to a new mode, and they weren't going to let us out of that. So they were going to transfer it to something else, and that's obviously this new PvP, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it PvP, real time arena, RTA, I think this is like more arena because you're not doing any pick or ban. So I'd call it arena, but whatever. I'm not really picky about the names, but yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of the scores are definitely going to go higher, but it's probably all relative. The folks that were always grinding higher to begin with are just going to um, grind to a higher score than they were before, and higher than people like me that are still more casual about it. Like I'm not going to lose sleep over this. I might blitz more on average, but like today I was so busy with work, I wasn't going to have time to do this. Like even though it's simple, I might have been able to do like 3 rotations during the day, but I would definitely have missed some of my every 2 hours. And I'm not going to stay up and worry about doing this every single day. And I think, to be honest, I think this is going to help a lot of folks, especially it might even help um, lower power kind of players too that are newer to the game, um, because it's going to be simpler for them to get their fights in and to reset. I hated that like it took so long to reset. You had to load a team in just to reset down. Like I thought for like years now that they should have just given all players like, hey, I'm stuck at 8.3. I want to fall all the way down to 6. Like not even 8.0. I just want to go down to 6. Like I just want to reset. Like, and I don't want to have to spend a minute or 30 seconds loading a team into a game, just hit quit, pick another team, load them into a game, just hit quit, and then do it that 3 times to go from 8.3 all the way down to 6 to start your rotation again. So I think there's going to be speed benefits to this for everybody, not just like endgame players. But RTA itself is still needs a lot of work to pivot to what you're saying. Um, RTA, I will say, in total, it's going to be time saver because RTA does not require a lot of time. I banged out all of the weeklies in under 4 hours in the first 24 hours. I think it took me about 15 hours, and I was done with all the weeklies. And that was including their initial time where it was really hard to get into a fight. So for me, I think this is going to be a huge time saver, but it's not going to be as dramatic as going from blitzing hard to blitz sim and then without anything else on the side. It's definitely a trade-off. It's not just a complete fall down. And I'd agree with what I think you guys are saying is I think RTA right now is still low quality time. It's not really engaging. Even though it's not terrible, I like it more than I like Blitz. It's still low quality time. It's not the objective things are throwing everything off. It's not engaging because people are using crap tunes, and the power level and the matchmaking still needs some work. Yeah, F4. You might like puppies. You might make a hybrid teams. So you might like take somebody out and put Ultron on the team. Like Drax might even help that team perform better to protect Invisible Woman from getting nuked when you're punching up 120, 150k in 8.3. You might look at making hybrid teams for your blitz. The one thing I think they need to do for us, like really soon, like super soon, and it needs to come out in the next 6 months. Not only do we need more teams, save squads, we have to get tabs. Like it's like no longer debatable. You have to get tabs to the players for the different modes now. For Blitz Sim, like we need to use hybrid teams specifically for Blitz. I'm not going to use them anywhere else. I'm not going to use them in Rays. Not going to even use them in Wars. But I need to be able to use my full roster to the max and create all these hybrid teams just for Blitz Sim and for War. Like I don't use this symbiote team. I don't use this team in anything other than Blitz. I use Zemo here instead of Anti-Venom because I didn't buy Anti-Venom and I just didn't go hard on blitzing him. So until he's built up higher, I can't use him versus Loki and Hela. He's just going to get nuked. We have to get tabs where this can be my blitz team for symbiotes, and then in war, I'm subbing in Zemo or whatever. We got to get tabs to where we're not having to like completely adjust things. And I will say they just said you can create teams now from your roster. Now that I'm talking about this, I recall them saying that. I haven't tried it, so where the hell do you do that? Here? Edit? Okay. Okay, so I didn't know that was there. And it's funny too, like have you noticed that, puppies? Like every screen you go into now, these save squads look different. Like this looks different here than it does over in Blitz. Like when you're doing your change teams, like why do these screens look different? Like why does this screen, because it doesn't have all the ISO rings around it, look different than the roster screen here? That's a little weird. It's like I kind of like this one the best so far. I don't know if you need to see that for Blitz, but I think this, even though it's more cluttered, I think it's actually a cleaner look. It might just be the resolution of my screen. I think it looks a little weird, especially like in war now. I thought looking at teams in war last night was a little messy. This isn't bad. I don't know why. Like looking at the teams in war was just throwing me off last night. I think it was also because the armory buff wasn't kicking in for the first like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden like your team would spike up. So maybe I'm just being picky, but we definitely need tabs up here for the different modes. I think everyone would love that. New team slots, it's mandatory. We have to start getting this. And they didn't stop dicking around with us. Sorry to be pissed off about it. But we just need to just give us like 75. Not 35, not 40. Just like bare minimum 50. We have to start getting like larger jumps. Like I have no idea why they end up giving us like 5. We smoked them. Yeah, we kicked their butt. Like I couldn't sleep last night anyway, so I was up. I woke up like at 2:30. I banged out a couple more fights. I went 9 for 9, but yeah, we beat them. Did you guys end up winning? And I'm gonna slack. Right? I gotta join Ultimate 7 here in a second. Who did you guys? 72 defends. Golf clap, man. Nice job. Who did you guys play again? I didn't hear the name of the alliance. That's a crazy amount of D wins. Maybe. There we go. Oh, you told me. I'm sorry. Yeah, you did tell me that. Like in their pathing through your map, they went the wrong way. Yeah, so we cleared them around like I think 45 minutes before the reset because they had they went over 24 defensive wins for us. So we just cleared them like at I forget when the reset is. 6 o'clock now is the reset, 6 a.m. So we cleared them at like 5:10, 5:15 in the morning. They had some heavy defenses, but it actually wasn't a hard fight. Where am I at? I didn't make a fight in the morning because I made mine at 2:30, and then I didn't wake up at 5 to do the last one. I could have gotten a 10th fight in, but I think I had symbiotes left was my last biggest team. But yeah, it's pretty easy. But I'm running pretty offensive heavily now. Like I'm not going to do much for defense for my team for the moment. I didn't even use Ultron. I'm wondering if I don't know. I'm probably going to keep Ultron for like the F4 Tron stuff to punch up into Emma Marauders. But like I'm finding now, like every other war, the wars are finishing. I'm either just using Ultron just because, just for fun. I don't even need him, or like, but he's nice to have on offense. There's no reason moving back to defense, but like, it is weird winning a war and then having like a high power tune like Ultron unused. So like that's just kind of my thinking there. But yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. You both exposed armor at the same time, and they tried to race you to clear armory while I had full buffs. Oh, was it double buff like security and engineering? Yeah, I was so happy. Like this was the first time, like in AOC. AOC used to always go for the the hanger clear, and I'm a proponent for don't clear hanger right away unless it's like a major punch down. I think clearing hanger at the top is kind of a waste and slows you down. I might be completely wrong about that. That's just my thinking. I think skipping it is just get down, especially if, like, say if we're trying to beat you guys puppies, like, and we never will, anytime soon. But say we're doing a punch up into you guys, our only chance is get to barracks and med bay right away. We're not going to take out your hangar, not going to take your armory. If we go for anything like that, like it's a complete trap. If we go for hangar or armory, if it's like a 10 mil punch up war or above, if we're doing anything other than medbay, armory, and actually I'd rather go for engineering or security over the other ones too to make the other globals easier. So I don't have a big problem with clearing security specifically, but I think hangar is a complete trap. I think a lot of people are still going after hangar thinking it's like this big advantage to get it down. And most times people are just wasting their time. Like adding a little deflects compared to getting 40% stats off of their defense or off of their offense is, I don't even think it's comparable. Like in the past, like when we didn't have very good offensive teams, it really helped you because like you were really punching up a lot with like very questionable teams. So like every advantage you can get was helpful. But now that everyone's so offensive heavy, hanger really isn't that material. And I just don't. I think it's completely overrated now. I'm not the only one with that opinion. I mean, obviously you have it too, but I think I heard Dutch a while ago. Like, it is my opinion. I didn't like get it from anybody else because I used to be a war captain. I used to just follow these things and kind of track like, patterns of wars, and that one kind of jumped out. But I think if people maybe spend some time as a captain and kind of watch wars a little more closely, they'll kind of be able to see the value or non-value of certain strategies. And I think as a defensive strategy, I would almost always put hanger up at the top just to try to bait people now. Like just see if they're going to bite and go double clear hanger. I would just put it at the top. It doesn't matter middle, left, right, but just see if like 1/3 of the war somebody runs into it and says, "Yep, we found an important room. Let's go for it. Full clear hanger, guys." And like, and they'll get it. And like, it's maybe they get one defensive win out of that, but they're not going to start piling up defensive wins from clearing hanger. If anything, it's like one or two. I think it depends too if they're going to go for your security before they go for your barracks or med bay. If they go for if they're trying to go into like you have a stack security and they want to clear it, maybe there's some like validity to. I'm sorry, and the opponent wants to clear your security. So you have a stack security. You think they're going to run into your security by their pathing. Maybe there's something to trying to clear their hanger, so they have to go into your double buff security with your biggest whales with no hanger. But I think it's very situational, personally. Yeah. Only worth killing it in a big punch down, and even then, yeah, I agree, puppies. I like in a big punch downs too. Unless you're like your participation is way lower than your opponent, it really doesn't matter. To be honest, nowadays, especially for you guys because you run so heavily on defense. I don't think much the opponents can do is going to help them get through you guys. As long as you guys aren't like completely AFK in the war, it's pretty much a done deal. Let's throw this over on Drax and try to get him and Doctor Strange out. And I hate Pyro with a passion lately. So nuke him and start going after Sentry before Mags and Jugs drop. Here, there they are. Do I have anything left for these guys? All right, let's try to blind Mags. I probably should have slowed him, to be honest. He's not going to die from this. See if I can get him low. All right, I killed him. He doesn't dodge ever, which is nice. Okay, so Jugs is going to taunt. I'm thinking about this team. Like, I like this team, but I think it needs more healing. So I think I might, I don't know. I'm waiting for like another healing tune to come out that I can put in this team somehow, either replace Symbiote Spider-Man or I think Emma's okay. actually the one for me, it's weird enough. I think Symbiote Spider-Man's the odd man out because he does fine. He does a lot of stuff. But I think healing is the thing that like drains me the most in U7.5. So I might want to replace Symbiote Spider-Man with when like the next meta tune comes out that heals. I might look at a different option for him. Thanos, Maw, OC, Doc Ock, BB, and Cole. What's your total power level, puppies? Do you know? Yeah, it's interesting regarding your comment about going to double buffed. Um, I think it's really tied to how strong most of our meta offense teams have become. Um, there's just been a power creep in how strong our offenses are in the top 50, top 70 alliances. Everyone's shifted so heavily towards offense. All right, so I got out of this okay. Just my Maw. 602. Let me take a look. Well, I don't mind trying on this next node. Are you using it on all the middle ones, or are you running outside? I think you said you're running middle last time. I can try it on this one. I use lane 1. Okay, so you're on the far left. So my lane's a little stronger, but this is one of the easier nodes of it, so I can try it on this one. So this team, I was using Carnage, and I was just smashing the outside lane. I think it was lane 7. I was just smashing it with this team. But this team doesn't work as well in what am I, lane 3 or 4? I forget where I'm at. Middle left. You feed only Maw. I could try that. I've gone back and forth with that before, but I'll run it the way you are. So let me know if the positioning's wrong. Are you Doc Ock? I'm curious where you have your Doc Ock position then. And what was the last one? Maw. Who's your 5th? Thanos, Maw, Ock, BB. So BB. Dang it. They need to get rid of this minute timer. It's like, who cares anymore? Just make it 5 minutes. No one cares. Are you running in this kind of order? Maybe not left to right, but just in general. You might be flipped, but is that the order you're running, or are you putting Cole on the outside? Ock mid. Cole forehand, opposite Thanos. Okay, Ock mid. My Ock isn't huge. He's only 100k. Like that. All right, I'll run this. So pretty similar power, 602, 622, so pretty similar for Mom, BB. Okay, I'll give it a shot, man. I like Doc Ock a lot. I'm not sold on Cole, but he has a heal, so I don't mind doing that. But what is Cole doing for you in this fight? Like, just anytime like Splash goes over on these guys, he's countering. Like, what do you like about Cole specifically in U7? I guess I'll try it. Maybe I'll find out. Do some learning here. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll try replacing Symbiote Spider-Man also in my main comp, where he is to feed to kind of help. So the ones that are having the hardest time is Thanos and sometimes with health because he's taunting nonstop, and Ebony and BB. Emma's kind of heals herself over time, but maybe what I'll do is I'll put Thanos over in the corner like he is here, Maul there, put Doc in the middle. I actually kind of use the same comp, but just use Emma in the corner. I think that's the only difference is maybe I'll use Emma here instead of Cole, but run the team that you are. I like Emma a lot, so that's my only kind of thing is Cole more valuable than Emma, and that's what I'm kind of curious about. So let's get rid of a little bit. They all have offense down right now, so I don't really have to worry about this. So I'm just going to kind of save some stuff. I think Luke Cage will put defense up before my dock, and then he'll flip. I'll taunt here just to kind of divide what's going on. The important part about Cole is extra HP to Thanos from his passive. Okay. Come on, BB, do your job, buddy. There he goes. Okay, so I like that so far. Cole got a good counter off. The flip from Doc Ock feels good. I'm not sure why I haven't been using Doc Ock in U7. I honestly couldn't say. Because I haven't felt like Symbiote Spider-Man was like that integral. I know a lot of people love him, but in my version, because I'm not running full symbiotes, I've been thinking about replacing him, but like I'm not sure why I didn't think about Doc Ock. I'm using him everywhere else. In mashup teams, like for PvP. Come on, BB. Come on, BB. Ping, ping, ping. He's like a little like, I need to get like a little graphic or like a GIF when he starts pinging like that for like some kind of old guy in his backyard just pinging bottles down like with a BB gun, because that's what he is. He's just like a BB gun sniper. Plinking, I think that's what they call that for like guys that shoot 22 ammunition. Can I get away with this without having to use this defensive up? I'm gonna try it. I might regret that. I might regret it. All right, there goes Spidey, which is good. I'm gonna try to get Iron Fist before he does his ultimate, because that always ruins my day at the end of a node. When Iron Fist, like you get through a node perfectly clean, and then it's Iron Fist at the end with his ult with that 500 or 600% damage, whatever it is. Like, ah. All right, so I will admit that wasn't bad. That was like one of the easiest nodes I have, but that was pretty simple. So, do you run it on this next node, the one with all the bots? So I'm going to try this similar team that you're running, but I'm going to run it with Emma on this node for the mechs and minions. But I'll try this again. So I will save your team. That's my 30th save team, so that's my last spot. So I'm going to try it with Emma here just to control the bots a little better with slow. Oh, I wasn't even looking at my time. Was it really low? You have a couple 22s yourself. You have long rifles. So I don't have any long rifles. I don't have a 22 either. I have a CZ 9mm handgun, and then I have just a Remington 380 shotgun. But I need to go to the range at some point. I sold my rifle when I bought my house. I use it as the down payment, or at least a portion of the down payment. I didn't need it, but I was like, I wasn't using the thing. It was a really heavy caliber. It was the military rifle, and I just wasn't using it. So I was like, okay. But at some point I'll probably get that again. I was using the military scout rifle. And it was fun to shoot, but the ammunition was a little expensive, and I never really learned to use it that well. I was not a good shot with that rifle. The handgun's super simple. I love firing that CZ. Gosh, that CZ is so much fun. Cole is really important. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And then if this doesn't go well, I'll roll Cole back into the lineup and try next time. But yeah, I like the Doc Ock. The Doc Ock is seeming like it's a really good addition over Symbiote Spider-Man. The defense downs are nice, but like I don't know if like he just didn't seem like he was helping with sustain enough for the total team. And I think I wanted to focus more on like team sustain rather than just what he was offering. I got slows out already. I'm going to strip the offense up from that guy because he's about to go. And then that should be Iron Man's doom. Start working on War Machine. All right, where's your old big boy? There it is. Let's see it. Let's flip. Cool. Yeah, Doc Ock is feeling really nice. Thanks for the tip, puppies. I appreciate it. That's feeling good. Throw out slows on the new wave. That's why I like Emma, because for whatever reason, I'm not sure how this works, but so often when a new wave drops, Emma, very often for me in U7, is going the very next turn. As soon as a wave drops, it's Emma's turn. And it's like, it's just so helpful to be able to throw the slows out right after they spawn. They spawn and here's slows. It's just it feels good. I think I have to do defense up here. Maybe I don't have to, but I'm going to anyways. I'm gonna start basicing Iron Man. The triple tap with the ISOs on him are so fantastic. All right, there's the last two. So this has felt pretty good. I'm going to take some damage here at the end going out, but it's okay. It won't be too bad with their offense down. And yeah, pretty satisfied with that. I don't know if my CDs are like perfectly lined up for the next fight, but yeah, this is really smooth. All right, so I like that. And I like to have an option with Cole and her. So now if one of them gets low, I don't have to heal them. I can bring in somebody else. And I think you're right on the team composition too. I don't need to use Black Hole Volts nearly as much. His passive provides a lot of value. And then on this fight in the middle, I always chicken out, I'll be honest, and I run a chicken fight. I call it something different. But I always throw something different out there. Just because I get the opening from Shield just rocks me. So I always throw something out first to absorb that, and then I come in with my main team and clean it all up. Yeah, Doc Ock, like, and I only have him at 5 yellow, 5 red. I think I have a 6 red on him, but I only have him at 5 reds unlocked. Sorry, 5 yellows. So I'm looking forward to his next events. I'll probably only get him to 6. I'm on like 100 to 200 shy on the X-Force trio of characters that I'm farming. So we'll see how much of a... they haven't released a date yet, so maybe I can rush it. I think I'm furthest behind on X23, but I may need to like just rush it and start on coring the War Store to get her more often. That's probably what I need to do. All right, so come on, Cyclops. Take a turn, buddy. Oh, my gosh. Nuked her through her deflect. That was rough. All right, I need some whamos. Cable, don't kill me, buddy. Don't kill me, Cable. HP steal. Boom. All right, hopefully I can get to her ult. Try to get Fury out of the fight. There goes Fury. Extend the taunt. Yeah, Doc Ock, man, I think War is going to get tremendously higher. I think that's the biggest thing that's coming down the pipe that's going to change the dynamic of kind of War with teams of, like cycling which alliances go up and down in War rankings, is when the next event for him comes out and people start getting him to 7 yellow max rating. Those War defenses are going to be so much harder because his passive is a nightmare in War. Yeah, I just imagined Doc Ock being a complete animal at 7 stars. I know like a lot of guys at your level probably got him on the first pass to 7, but not everyone. And now like all the people that missed out on Doc, there's a lot of alliances around my rank that only have like, I don't know, 6 to 10 of the players even have Doc Ock, and the other 10 to 15 don't. And then this next pass, not only is it going to be the guys all ranking them up, but now a lot of them are going to get them. They're going to be in every room rather than just in some rooms. I think that's going to be a turning point in War for some alliances. Not all, but I think some alliances are going to have a harder time trying to clear that many big Sinister Six. And like we're failing a lot of X-Force fights currently into Doc Ock. And if you actually have to start fighting it in every room, that's a lot more of your X-Force going to Doc Ock teams or Sinister Six teams. And then win or loss, that just changes the allocation of strong War teams. And then that's less X-Force that can go on to Mercs, less X-Force that can go on to Emma Marauders. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that are using them X-Force anymore on his Guardians, even though they smash them. But yeah, so, and there's other counters, but I think you guys use some kind of a Kree counter. I saw a couple of you guys using that, like Ultimus with, was it Symbiotes with Ultimus, or you guys were using Power Armor with Ultimus? I think is what I saw. I haven't tried it. My all those characters are only tier 12 for me, so I don't think I would line up really well. You've convinced me so much, I'm just going to delete that team. Boom, done. There goes my raid team. Let's move these guys up. I'm not committing to Cole yet, so that's my only reservation. I like Cole a lot. but I love Emma too. So it depends on kind of what I'm looking to do. Like if I'm trying to keep, I think on especially on those nodes that you're running, where they have, I think on the outside they have more nodes with like Loki and Mystique. So having multiple taunts up, especially because Cole can self heal, and like you were talking about that HP advantage, that's probably good to keep Thanos up and running without being smashed. Gosh, I have so many teams now. You know what they also probably need? You just give us a way to like highlight a team and just throw them all the way up to the top and drag them up, or rather just going one at a time. Uh, I know that's probably. Oh, I was in a fight. Saint, dang it. All right, they're up the top. Nope, they're not. One more. There they are. Okay. Yeah, so I'll try your team in here. See how this goes. I think I have Cole's heal up. I haven't maxed or T4'd that one. I have almost T4s on almost all of them. I think I have like 80% of the T4s on Bo done. But that's one of the ones I don't have. So if I start using them a lot in raids, I might just do that one for raid. But yeah, it'd be nice because I've been bleeding health packs using Symbiote Spider-Man because he doesn't really do much to help the team sustain. So thanks. I think this tip is going to help me not use so much of my resources daily. So definitely appreciate the tip. Bye, Loki. It's so nice when your Raider Thanos crits on in raids. It's a nice thing. All right, so I'm actually gonna throw the defense up on this one, and then if I have a BB ult, I'll have to make a decision if I want to use it. I think I probably will, because Deadpool's just a prick. Hopefully that'll give enough energy to Thanos. Oh, hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. Not going well, puppies. Hey, Steel, how you doing, buddy? Hope you guys are having a good night. I need my Thanos to get a turn ASAP before he dies. Come on, Thanos. Oh, sweet. Okay. I'll just ult. Why not? Just try to get them down so that my Thanos doesn't take any more damage here. Yeah, I could probably heal the next one too, so he's not going to take... It's actually going okay. It's not the cleanest. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between Cole and Emma. I like Emma's passive slow, just controlling fights a little bit, and then her blind and all the buff clear that she puts out. So she just has so much utility in raids. So I'll probably go back and forth between both to test to see how runs do. But yeah, definitely appreciate the tip. Doc Ock is, I think, a strong improvement over Symbiote Spider-Man for the comp that I'm running. So yeah, sweet, man. Appreciate it. I should have kept target on shield op for the BB, so he... Okay, yep. Do I know which REM seed theory to watch? You mean which video of his? Like in YouTube, you mean? There's a couple guys that have seed theory videos up on YouTube. Big Roy Awesome has one up. And then I haven't looked through the catalog of Reminex's seed theory videos. I mostly have heard Reminex talk. I think he just recently started talking about, or I'm sorry, posting to YouTube. I think Puppies and I, or at least I'll speak for myself, were watching Rem for a while. And most of his stuff we just picked up along the way when he was live streaming on Twitch. So he might have like one, I'm not sure if he clipped and like pinned a video to Twitch, like in a stream talking about seed theory. He doesn't talk about it as much as he used to. But yeah, I'm not an anti-critic. I know a lot of people are just completely anti-seed theory. I just tried seed theory and got a 7 red star. It's only my second one I've ever pulled. So I know a lot of people are just say like, pull bias and all that stuff. But like a lot of other people, like there's no harm to trying it. And I'm not an advocate of seed theory. I'm not saying it's accurate or what's there, but again, if you want to try it, man, there's no harm, no foul. You can't do any worse than the odds that we normally have. So by all means, go for it and have some fun with it. But yeah, sorry, I don't know the exact title. If he has multiple ones up or not, I haven't checked. All right, so I'm going to hop into real-time arena. I think I did my raid, so I'm done with those. Oh, actually, alpha. I'll come back on that. I want to do the real-time arena stuff. Yeah, it's so anecdotal. It's completely anecdotal. Um, so I pulled the first day Shatterstar came out. What was that? Yesterday, or the day before? I forgot what day it was. I was opening basic orbs, just in supplies. So I started with basic red star orbs. I had like 30. I opened up I think 4 in total. The first one was like a green. The next one was a blue. Third one was a pink. Fourth one was a pink. And they were just 4 red stars for the pinks. They weren't fives, but just hit fours. One of them might have been a five. I forget. But I was like blue, pink, pink. Okay, let's try it. So I just hopped over to my elite orbs, and then I pulled. I didn't get crazy and pull a 5 or a 6, even though I have them. I don't know what Shatterstar is going to be, kind of team he's going to be in. So I just pulled one of my 4 reds, and the first one I pulled was a 7 red Shatterstar. So completely could be anecdotal. I have no idea, but again, it can't hurt anything, man. And to be honest, Reminix does buy a lot of red stars over the years. He's bought a ton of red star orbs, but a lot of whales have, and he has a very large advantage on most whales that buy red stars in red stars. I'm sorry, in high 6 and 7 red star characters, and maybe that's just number theory and all that stuff that somebody will always end up on top of that. But there's such a large disparity; it's hard to ignore. So it's worth trying to see kind of what your own results are like. And again, they can't get any worse, so why not? No, I'm not a whale too much anymore, Breezy. I spent on certain teams. The team I spent the most on was Black Order. I opened the wallet quite a bit for them. I probably stumped, I don't know, in total 250 to 400. I didn't count, but somewhere between 250 to 400 in Black Order. But I was a latecomer. Like I didn't. That's not much. Like most people that were whaling were spending like $500 per character to get them up to the top right away. Like it took me a long time to build mine up because they didn't all have stars, and I was original player, so having Thanos at 7 yellow for a long time because we all had him there. But Shatterstar doesn't even have a team yet, so like I don't know. I think what my plan is for Shatterstar is he's going to come in this milestone event here in, was it 7 or 8 days? So 8 days basically. And so I'll probably do here is I'll probably I've never bought the 100 energy offers on characters before, but I'll probably buy the 100. So I'll be buying like when his event happens. There's gonna be a new like energy thing, and I'll probably buy those. I forget if it's hundreds and then 250 or hundreds and 200s, but I'll buy all the hundreds. So usually I just buy all the 50s, but for him I plan on buying all the hundreds, and I'll try to get him up to 5 stars and see how that goes. And then I think his orb here, I was looking at this a little bit earlier today. So when his event comes out, I think we're going to be getting the show business orb. And I was looking at what this offers. So just looking at the common drops, and they were actually pretty good drops. I have a lot of these characters maxed out, so I don't need a lot of these. But for a lot of characters, for a lot of players in the game, this orb is actually pretty good. It's better than most. Like a lot of the old orbs we got for these kind of event characters were trash. But like a lot of these characters are in good teams. Like they're not all fantastic, but like I don't have Beast maxed out, nowhere near it. I've got Cold Hunt for a while now. So I can only use Beast in this top row, Domino. So far 2 out of 8. So for me, not very good. But I'm not talking just for me. I just mean the player base in general, especially newer players. These are a lot of good usable characters in here. They're not trash characters. I can only use Ironheart, so 3 out of 12 so far. 4 out of 16. So Minerva I can use. And I can use Prox and Negasonic. So that's 6 out of 20. Can't use any of those. So 6 out of 24. Got it, Vision Max. So 7 out of 26. That's not terrible. And again, even though I have all these characters maxed out, like the worst character in here is Okoye. And that's, if the worst character in there is Okoye, and there's not very many like that, almost all these characters are great. Like even for a new player getting Groot, is still good. Like he helps you unlock Star Lord and start building up towards legendaries. I don't think he's like a required character for new players to go after anymore. But like this is a good group of characters. Like not necessarily end game characters, but it's a good balance for like the player base as a whole. There's a mix in here. Thanos is an awesome character. I mean, I've had a max for 2 years now, but um, it's a good mix of characters. Quake's not great, but she helps in humans. So for people that haven't built in humans yet, I think this is a really good group of characters to get. So hopefully I get lucky and get a lot of Shatterstar. And he's 14% drop rate, so I'll try to get as much of that as I can. But who knows? I imagine he's going to tie into, because his lore is this real-time arena. So I don't know. Like maybe he's going to be like a featured character in here. Like maybe he gets. You know what? I don't have any expectations, but what my guess would be is that at some point when their team comes out, they're going to get massive stat gains, like a military trait for war. I think they're likely to get some kind of like stat gain for Mojo's Mayhem or Real Time Arena, whatever it's going to be called. So like when leaks come out, I think Shatterstar and Longshot and whoever else might get like 20% stat gains to make them shine in this mode. Because it's not built into their character descriptions yet, but their lore is this mode in Mojo. So they're going to have to make them. They don't have to, but I imagine they're going to make them shine somehow. All right, so tonight I need to do minions, and guys, I've already finished all my weekly stuff. So my weekly stuff has been done for a couple of days now. So I hit the 550 knockouts like the morning after it came out. So like 15 hours this came out, I was done with the weeklies. So for me, I need to do minions, and I've already calculated, looked at the sheets. So I don't need to do the daily stuff to get the max rewards at 100. So for content for you guys to show it, I might do these, but really they're not enjoyable fights to watch. So like Captain Marvel, I have a big Captain Marvel. I could use her, but my Wasp sucks, and she sucks in PvP anyways. So I might just do the knockouts and then just use some PvP matches and have fun. And I might throw some of these minions in there and see if I can make something fun out of them. And just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see what my biggest minion team is. I think it might be Merc Right Guard. Oh, I forgot I have Shield Security. I use him for DD3. I totally forgot. But I mean, 60k characters are not going to be fun to use. Like these are all trash. I mean, it's absolute trash. Like why is that fun? I'm just having a hard time understanding like why they give people like objectives that are so bad. Yeah, I can fight 30 fights with Shield Security. I don't have to use anybody else. And I can do that. So maybe I'll just throw him in there and create like a hodgepodge team. And that's not the worst idea. But like, there's nothing like really engaging about that. Like, it's just kind of like you're just grinding something to grind it. So it's kind of like Blitz. You're just using like one of your worst teams just because it helps you get points, but it's not really fun to fight. So you just hit auto and walk away from your phone. So like, for content wise, I kind of just prefer to play it as PvP personally. But and this isn't like my best team or like that. Like this is just a team I run when I'm trying to get like speed kills for KOs. I think that the best thing people can do is just run your biggest team, to be honest. Not always like the biggest power, but the biggest team that has some synergy that's used for PvP. Like my Zemo's too small. Like Zemo's one of the best characters, if not the best character to use. But my Zemo's only 85k, so he's not like a beast in this mode for me. But I think he is probably the best character to use. But like when I start running to 600k teams with Thanos and high resist, my Zemo doesn't clear enough. So like this team I just use for speed kills. The matchmaking is tremendously better. I don't know about the power levels, but like I mean, just getting into fights is so much better than it was when this first came out. So I mean, getting into a match, even if you just get your butt kicked, like I might lose, I don't know, we'll see. But it's so much better just to get in fights really fast. So it doesn't take long to get in and out. I'm gonna throw the ability block over on Emma. I'm going to try to nuke her down and kill her before she gets to take a turn. I'm going to go after Thanos with the ability block. And then I kind of got to be careful with her debuff count. I'm going to see if I can stack on him. And then she might, I'm not sure if her passive works on everybody else. And I'll throw that out there. Didn't really do much. The defense up before him really worked. Clones. I need to work on their Emma. So I'll try to kill Emma here in a second. Okay, the death proof saved him, at least for a second there. There goes Emma. She's gone. And then I'll kill... I'm sorry, I Billy blocked her. I don't even remember doing that. I'll try to let her live so he can get some... that's clearly his mission. So I'll see if I can let her live. And then kill the other ones. And I'll put the blind over on Black Bolt. So we didn't cleanse his defense up. You pulled the 100 Sith on a orb. Did you already have Sith maxed out, or was that helpful for you? If I didn't have Sith maxed out, that's a lot of war currency that you just saved by getting her. But if you already had her maxed out, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I'm curious if you guys are buying the battle pass or whatever it's called. What your guys' thoughts on the value are. And I'm just going to be nice and not go after the She-Hulk so she can use an ability. I think he has it on auto. So maybe he has cooldowns because he just used the basic. Oh, now he's in stealth. He stole something. It helps you trying to get into DD1. Yeah, it has some materials that you can use in DD1. A lot of it's higher end stuff though. But more for endgame players. But yeah, every little bit helps. But yeah, think about trying to go into DD2 first before DD1. I've heard for a lot of players that are starting out, just going into DD2 is faster to get into. And then you can go, assuming you haven't already cleared it. And then you can get Ultron and go back to DD1 afterwards. Which is kind of weird. It seems like you do it in numerical order, but from hearing from people, it's easier to do the requirements for DD2 for newer players than it is to do the requirements for DD1. So cool. It was punch up, but I mean, obviously he was using dead weight there with She-Hulk. And this team isn't, again, it's low powered, so it's not, it doesn't hold up very well versus like big teams. And that was a 7 red Black Bolt, but I'll throw a couple different looks out here. I do like the speed kills comp. They're fun. Go to all. Start using Captain Marvel just because. And then like Marvel's not good for this mode, but I'll just use her just to get some stuff going on. I'm not going to use minions. I'm not even going to bother with them. I might do shield security a little bit. And maybe I'd be better off just using shield security instead of this. But like this, everyone I use is just watered down. They're not as good. So I'm not really going for knockouts. I'm just going for using Captain Marvel's abilities. And so he's doing the same thing. It seems like everyone's trying to use their 4 best tunes, and then like you're grinding one that really sucks. Mine's a little bit better than their 49k Gamora, but they're using Phoenix, so they'll probably still be okay. And I'll leave her alone. And I'm just going to go after their Phoenix right away, see how that goes. They have Thanos. I'll try to put some damage on Thanos, and then kind of see how they approach it. She's going to soak up all the offense down here. Yeah, none of the gold gear. I'm really bummed that they didn't provide gold gear, or just gold specifically. Gold orbs, frags, whatever. They're really, like even in Dark Dimension, the rewards that they give out for gold are really kind of pathetic. 300k for beating a Dark Dimension 4 node is not much. Um, so I think they need to start doing better with kind of gold allotment to help us start advancing our rosters a little bit further. But it's they clearly want to have bottlenecks, so it's we can only ask, and they're going to tell us yay or nay, and we kind of got to decide if we're how much it bothers us. But yeah, gold's still an issue at every level of the game. Um, oh yeah, and you're talking about gold gear, like the tier 15 gear, specifically tier 14. Um, yeah, and we'll see it. I've heard some different opinions. I think a lot of people have different perspectives. It'll be interesting to see what direction they go. I don't know if this was rushed or not. I can't tell. Um, so I'm holding out hope. They already made it better. The first thing they had to do was fix matchmaking to make sure, and I don't mean matchmaking power levels, they had to fix matchmaking so that we could get in fights like really fast. Like this mode only works if when you want to launch a fight, you can get it within like 5 seconds reliably every time, all the time. And they fixed that like within a few hours of it being released, they fixed it. So bravo to Scopely, that's awesome. Like that had to happen. It's after hours and they got it done. So that was a big thing. I know a lot of people were really frustrated the first few hours after its release, and maybe took 4 hours, not 2 hours, but they got it done after hours, and that was a big deal for the mode and for the kind of appearance of the mode right after release. It's natural for things to have bugs. I think we all wish they wouldn't, but and I don't know if that's a bug, but that was maybe more of a system and network issue. But it was a big deal that they jumped on that and fixed it, which was cool. So. Yeah, and then I think already almost all the people, and I was trying to advise my people in my Discord chat and Alliance about it. If everyone will have more fun if they ignore the objectives, especially the worst ones of the objectives. If you try to grind out abilities and you're going against a Zemo like I am right here, this Zemo is going to eat my lunch. I'm not sure why he just quit. Maybe did I have him overpowered? I'm 630. He just didn't. Okay, so he didn't want to deal with the power gap. And a lot of people are doing that. Like he's trying to grind Green Goblin, and he just doesn't want to deal with a 140k power gap because he's probably trying to do Green Goblin and KOs. But he's looking at the power gap saying, "What the hell?" So he's just trying to save his time. My work stream. What was I doing? I'm not sure which stream it was. Was I actually like talking in the background? Oh, you mean you were talking with Nietzsche to help him kick my butt in PvP? Nietzsche, like, I think I beat Nietzsche, but it's been a long time. And back, like, it's been like 6 months. And I beat, like, Nietzsche, like, back when PvP was first coming out. But he's gotten significantly better. Like, Nietzsche and I were kind of, like, following along the same track. I was always, like, below him. And then, but I was always, like, less than him. I wasn't the same tier, but I could beat him sometimes. And we only played a few times, but I could beat him sometimes, like 1 out of 3, 2 out of 5, something like that. And then ever since then, he's just absolutely clobbered, or like he's advanced so much higher than my scale. Like he's scaled a lot higher than I have with PvP. So definitely look up to Nietzsche and Kioma and some other players regarding PvP. And I just need to practice it more, especially the classic style, but almost all of them, like draft priorities and all that stuff. I love PvP. This isn't quite that. This is some kind of like preloaded arena / blitz, but it's like a good mix because most people don't want to draft, and I can see where they're from. They don't like the time commitment to draft, and it seems like it's kind of like a happy medium between what everyone was hoping for regarding PvP. Like Scopely wants us to spend a large amount of time, like we were doing with Blitz, in this new mode. So they don't want to make it to where like you only have to do like 3 draft PvP fights a day and you get all your milestone and knock it all out. And that's how you get your battle pass. They want us grinding, 15, 20 fights a day. They want us to spend a lot of time on the mode. So see if I can survive here. I'm getting wrecked. All right, I need to blind and try to KO this Phoenix with my Black Bolt. Black Bolt, save me, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, So actually, Breeze, I didn't even end the stream. So once I sent the raid over, I didn't realize. I thought it ended the stream once you send the raid over. That's only the second time I raided a channel, and I thought it would end your stream right as soon as you did that, but it didn't end the stream. So I noticed it afterwards that my stream was going on. I think I logged in the next morning, and it still showed my stream wasn't active, and I was just on my intermission page. So I went back in, I canceled it, and then I deleted all the streams because I clipped them all and saved them in my kind of my catalog. So I got rid of them. So yeah, I apologize for everybody. That was not intended just to have content up or like fake minutes and all that stuff. Like I'm not using this right now to make money. I'm just doing it for fun and because I enjoy socializing with you guys. But yeah, that was unintentional. I'm still learning a lot of the tech side of the things. Like I still need to unlock the links. So I think Puppies was trying to post a couple of days ago. I need to go in there. Like, I keep saying I need to do it, but I just have so many things on my list of things I need to improve. And I still need to be able to unlock so you guys can post kind of links in there. Not that I can click on them all because I got to be careful with what I show. But right now, I think it's censored when you guys try to post web links in chat. So I got to fix that. But how am I doing on Captain Marvel? So she's not. No, that's knockouts. Where's Captain Marvel? Am I done with her already? Oh, I'm done with Captain Marvel. That was quick. So Captain Marvel wasn't tough, but I mean, I have a big Captain Marvel. So she's done. And then the dailies I have left. Oh, sorry. Are some knockouts. That's going to be super easy, like a couple more fights. And I'm not even going to bother with minions or wasps. Those just aren't fun fights to show. Like the biggest minion team I can probably put together. I can't just. Okay, hold on. I'll sub out her. I'll put in Emma. And I'll throw in my shield security. Actually, let me completely change up the teams here. I can run Phoenix, but I think Phoenix is going to get clones, and almost everyone's running Emma. So I don't think that's really great. I think I'm going to go towards my nuke team. And where's my X-23? And I'll see if maybe I can like Loki clone, hide him, get a lot of stuff out there, ability block, and then just, I don't know. We'll see. I like doing different things. I don't mind using like one toon as long as I have them like at a decent power level and they're somewhat functional so they're not going to get nuked right away. I can use them. And he's trying to do the same thing with the Green Goblin. But like, I don't like, Green Goblin doesn't, you can make teams around him with like a Spider-Verse team. Like, people probably should be running Spider-Verse with him. But like, if you don't have a huge symbiotes, and symbiotes aren't as good as the team he has. So his core 4 are much better than a symbiote core 4. So he's along the right thinking. And I'm not going to be a dick and ability block his Green Goblin. He's running 3. But I think he taunted and then my Zemo cleared the taunt. So I'm actually going to go over here and ability block their Ebony. And Ebony would normally have immunity on him. But the immunity got cleared by Zemo too. So bad luck for him. And then I'm not running Hela. So if I really wanted to, Hela is the other character you can run. You can ability block and then spread the ability block off of Zemo onto everybody else. But I'm not running that version. I'm just going to kill him. And then, so I'm not trying to spread. And then I'll start working on probably Cole. And bop, bop. That stunned him because he was already slowed. And then this should kill him. And then I can pretty much have free reign on Black Bolt. Not a scam. The OG not a scam. There he goes. Nuke my... I'm trying to leave his Green Goblin alive so he can get his objectives done. Yeah, I'm curious what this league is and like what direction they're going to take this. I know there's a lot of ideas about like splitting it up into different tiers or groups where like one group's chasing the objectives and the other one's chasing knockouts and trying to win just their best teams. But I don't mind the idea, to be honest, of objectives because I think that fits with the Mojo, like Mayhem, like lore and all that stuff of like just random people you've captured off the streets and you throw them into arena and they got to battle for their life. So like, there's a certain element I like of that, but I think if they're going to do that, they need to make it balanced. So like, have a full like one version where it's your roster, the best of the best. The Krakens are going to kick everyone's ass, and then you just battle it out. And my 600K team beats a 500K team. Somebody's 700K team mops the floor with my 600K team, and that's how it works. But so many people right now, because they're trying to do these abilities and they're trying to get KOs, they're trying to get these objectives. They're quitting a lot of fights. So, like the overall like satisfaction out of all this stuff, like it doesn't bother me because I know like my expectation is that whatever happens happens. I don't care if somebody quits a fight. I don't want them to feel like their time's wasted. So if they're trying to get KOs and they're not getting them, and that's all they're here for, they're just trying to get their Green Goblin ability stuff done and get some KOs. And if it looks like they can't get any more, I don't blame them, man. I don't blame Luhan Agoma for bailing out. I know a lot of people get frustrated, like, hey, you just cost me 3 KOs I was going to get. But, like, my KOs are already done. But even if they weren't, like, KOs are pretty simple if you're an endgame player to get. It's just ability things that are a little bit more frustrating. But I'd advise everyone just to almost ignore them. Like, you don't need to go for those things. All right, I guess I cleared one more. I'm on 29 going towards 30, but so now I just need to do, I guess, a bunch more shield security stuff. And I can run a bunch of shield, like, minion teams in there just to knock that out faster. But, like, I don't want to do fights that are completely unenjoyable. And, like, loading in a bunch of 200K teams that are minions, I don't know. Like, that's not compelling content as for any of the content creators, like me, Remenex. Well, Remenex is a Kraken roster, so he can probably rock a 400K plus minion team. I cannot, so I'm definitely not at his level. But yeah, so I cleared the. Well, he didn't have taunt because when you run a third Black Order teammate, Thanos goes first and can taunt right away. But he's only running 2, so he's going to taunt later. And I'm kind of torn up between ability blocking Thanos or Hela. And here I'm actually just going to go after Thanos. Cool. And he got the stone from Ebony. That's why it looked really strange what he was doing there. I'm going to try to just pick on Emma and rock her and see if I can get her out of the fight. See if I get lucky here. Pretty close. I need to cleanse this, even though it looks like I shouldn't. There she goes, which is nice from Zemo. And then I'll work over here on Hela. Boom. She's slowed, so I could either stun Hela or else I can have a chance at stunning Black Bolt. I'll just do the easy one because she doesn't have defense up. And then I'll get her out of the fight here in a second. Oh, down goes Zemo. Definitely looking like a loss here. I'll see if my Ebony can take a turn. But shield security is just not bringing much to these fights. I was able to clear the buff, which is nice. I can throw out the clones with Loki. And I'll start rocking my big boy team here in a second. I'll kill Hela. And then I'll go after Black Bolt. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him before he ults. So I don't think I have any chance of winning. No chance of winning this fight. Even with the ability block, I don't have much damage coming out with this team. Yeah, he's just going to keep throwing special. So really, if I want to, I would just quit because I can't win. But I'll let him get the KOs. There's no reason not to. All right, guys, I'm going to fill up my drink and grab my sandwich real fast, and I'll be right back. Hey, honey. How's bear? It's still going? My Emma is giving them a run for their money? Go, Emma, go. Emma for president. El Presidente. Let's see if she can win on full auto. I don't think so, but... Oh, man, she's healing. Look at her heal. Oh, I'm going to win. Oh, this poor guy. He's probably so pissed. Actually, I don't think he is. He's probably on full auto, too, but that's funny. Yeah, he can't win now because she's going to keep healing too much. And she's got all the advantage. Gosh, I walked away. I thought that fight was over. That's too funny. He probably put it on auto, too, and just figured it was a done deal. All right, so I had 2 sandwiches. I had a salami and a turkey. I grabbed one without looking. I got the turkey, so the dogs are going to like this one even more. All right, there you go, baby girl. And this is with horseradish cheddar. Okay. This is like the Infinite Battle here. I just need to use the basics to kill him, so I'm just going to do that. Boom. Okay. That's funny. She's really strong in this mode, but he was using almost a full PvP, and I'm using shield security in a really small, weak team with no tanks. It's funny that he lost that. I took out their Emma first, but still. Oh, he's only got a 4 red star black ball. I was wondering, because like he didn't feel that big. If his black ball was bigger, he easily wins that. He hasn't been buying. And Shield Series is only getting off. The other problem with minions, and if you guys have minions, that's why the other problem with minions is, I'll show you guys. You guys probably know this, but if you get the minion objective, the other thing that sucks with minions, if you have them, is minions, by and large, only have one ability. So after my Shield Security uses crowd control, that's it, baby. Until 4 more turns, like, he can't use another ability. Basics don't give you ability moves in this mode. So if you use a basic ability, you don't get a point. And then the third one is always a passive, typically. So like you only have one ability to do that. So like you have to do like 30 matches just to do one. If you're using one character, you have to do 30 matches. If you use a full team, you probably use like 5. But again, her 3 abilities, one's a passive. And you don't get credit for the basic. So you're only going to get credit for the special. So, yeah, then it's not a great thing to have in here. So you open up with a barrage and then quit out. And I think I heard a lot of other people, not that I want to promote this, but I heard what people are also doing is they're just using like their minions or their objective characters to use their abilities. And then once those abilities are down, they're just quitting out of the fight, but they still remain credit. So you get the credit out of the minions. Open up, use their one ability when you open up the fight, quit out, and you get the stuff. And I don't want to promote that, but if you're stuck with minions, and again, I want to be fair to people that have really bad objectives and are trying to not get screwed. Don't feel bad, man. Until they change the rules or stop giving you such crap things, do what you got to do. It's up to Scopely to fix the mode and give us objectives that aren't crap. Don't feel bad for doing what you need to do for your time to participate in the game and get your stuff done in a way that doesn't take 5 hours. So again, you don't have to do these minion objectives. Just ignore them. Only do the. All you have to do is the KOs. If you do your weekly KOs and a couple of the easier stuff, you're easily going to get all these objectives. Don't even bother with minions. I'm actually going to say screw it because it just takes too long. It's not worth it, and the characters suck. I'm not even going to bother with Wasp. I'll just do the knockouts and then that's it. And I'll easily get to 100. Super easy. But yeah, but if you are trying to do them or else you just want to do them for fun, you can either load in 5 minions and then just do a wave of their first abilities and quit out and get the credit, or else just use one like this and just do 30 fights and then do the matches. But I mean, it's not really intriguing fights. Like if you use a full minion team, like I'll put my minions together just to show you how bad this would be. I think I'm going to be like 200k. Maybe a little higher. Maybe 250. And again, I'm sure a lot of people have bigger mini teams. Maybe it's 300. Okay, so 344. But does that team look like it could beat anything? I mean, even if I put a little bit more synergy with like, I could put Shield Trooper there to get off, or I'm sorry, Shield Trooper here, and then just tank this. Like, and I'll roll one. It's not gonna hurt me. I'll roll this fight, and we can see how many abilities I get off. I'll definitely get 5. A 593, and then so they're doing bio with Invisible Woman, but it's all T14. And I don't blame this person. Like, they're not doing anything wrong, but like, what is, I'm running these objective things, and they're doing this. And I don't feel bad. I could care less. But like, I'm just gonna throw the abilities out there. Like, that makes no sense to do it. Like, I'm not even trying to win. I'm just gonna heal up at full on turn 1 because that's what I have to do for objective. Like, what is strategic or fun about that? Like, I'm blinded. I'm still gonna use it, baby. You got to get that objective out there. I'm blinded. Still got to use that ability. Like, I don't think they've thought this through as to what they're trying to accomplish, other than just having us all do screen time. Because if it's just screen time like it was with Blitz, then it's just low quality time, again, like Blitz was, and then you have the same problem. People don't want to do it, and people are going to stop playing. And I don't know if they're going to stop playing, but they're definitely not going to like you for it. They're not going to say good things about it. They're not going to rate the game highly on the app, in the store, and all those things. And like, we should be. I'm not sure why entertainment value and making really highly engaging modes of content is, I don't want to say like a last resort, but it should be coming faster to the game. So I heard on Remnix's stream they didn't count, but I can check. So I think I was at 3 before that fight with Shield Security when I used them 3 matches. So we can check real fast and verify that. So I was at 3 and now I'm at 10. You might be right. Do you think maybe basics do count? Let me go back. So I'm at 10 right now with minions. So I'll start this next fight. I'll use minions again, and I'll just use basics because I don't think I use more. So Remnix said on stream that the basics didn't count, but there's no way I used all those abilities more than once. So I'm gonna PG. I know basics might count. So okay, and if that's the case, I still don't change my opinion that this is trash, but yeah, you can actually play the fight out at least and get your objectives done more. And I don't care. I'm not trying to win the fight. So if this helps you get your objectives done, you can just put it on auto. But let me just use basics this time, and then we'll see if I go up from 10. Yeah, that's what I thought too, puppies. That's why I wasn't sure, but I haven't verified. But it'll be good to verify them for myself. And maybe people were just assuming, but maybe I shouldn't take what other people say as written stone here. He seems to be kind of AFK, so I'm just going to bounce out and get into a different match. I'm not going to sit here for 2 minutes waiting for him to make a move, but that's another thing. Because a lot of people are just doing objective stuff. So I think a lot of people just queue something up and they're walking away because it's kind of boring. So I don't blame him. Gotta do this fight. He doesn't really want to watch it. He just wants to queue it up, and he just forgets to hit auto at the end, or else he's doing something else that's like more entertaining, whatever else he has going on in life. So they need to fix to make these things you actually want to manually fight them and not just hit auto. But maybe they don't care. I think I don't know if they care, but I would like as a player in the community to hopefully convey that it should matter to them that they need to provide us modes of content that we actually want to. Okay, basic. So that's 1 that they actually want us to enjoy and want to come back and play the game for. All right, basic. That's 2. Basic 3. And that should be all my basics. I'm not going to get another turn. So if basics work, I should be at 13. So let's see. I would love for them to work because that would help, especially newer players or players that are trying to grind these objectives and get there. Oh, yep, it is because +3 just went up on the screen. Yeah, so next time I'm on there, he'll probably get somebody that's corrected him by them, but it was going to be 13. So basics do work, guys. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to peddle misinformation. Props to Puppies for doing the correction there. That's good. So you guys can actually, or everyone can actually just put it on full auto and play it out and then get as many as you can. And there's and there's no harm to losing fights. Oh, you got another wave. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get used to this time reader thing now. Okay, here we go. So you guys get to see me make my second run through Blitz. So this is gonna be the harder run because now my full roster is available, but I'm at 8.3, and I'll get to see. I'll definitely lose some fights here because not all these guys can win at 8.3. So let's see where we're at. All right, that's 1. 2. All right, 1 second. All right, where am I at? I'll try this one. 3. 4 now. 'That one's iffy. I don't know. 5-0. Okay, and actually won that easily. So 5-0. That one I think is gonna be easy. 6-0. 7-0. 8-0. 9-0. This is pretty easy, guys. 10-0. All right, so I'm at 10. I'm just going to add it to my little cheat sheet over here because I'm keeping track. All right, so far for the night, I'm 50-0 since this started. Let's see how far I can get here. I'm definitely going to take losses. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm not going to run undefeated. So that's 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. Cool. 56. I think. Yeah, super easy. I love that they show you how the fights resulted in the health pools too. That's a really nice feature. I love that. All right, yep, should be 57. Full health, just crushed them. 163. Let's do it. Is that 57 or 58? I think it's 57. We'll say 57. I don't think they can win any of those. 58. Thanks, puppies. All right, 58. Let me go back over. 58. No, but that's the first one I've run to now, or no, the second one. I don't think I can win any of these fights with my Inhumans. Sure, maybe the X-Men one, but I really don't think so. I think all these are losses. So I'm going to go down and see if I get new. No, I got to go further down. Further down. Apparently way down. So, and these teams can't win at 8.3, so I'm kind of like in the direction of my roster right now. I mean, potentially they could win this, but like, Punisher, if he aims that Red Skull, is just going to wipe him out. I'm feeling best in this one for some reason. Let's try that one. Oh yeah, full health. Nailed it. All right, it's 59. Can't win any of those, so I got to drop back down again. None of those teams can beat any of those teams. Same guy can beat any of those ones. The Sam? Yep. I think it's different. Should be 60. Cool. Let's see if I can go back up. Should be 61. $62. Ooh, that one was close. I almost lost that one. This is not a Phenom team. Oh. I don't think they can win that one. I could win that if I was piloting it, because I would just ability block Luke Cage. But they can, but like you have to ability block Luke Cage. But like manual, like the chances that Vision hits ability block on Luke Cage, like if they get stuck behind the defense up, behind this T14 Deadpool on CM, puppies, I'll roll this, but I think it's a loss, bud. Oh! I lost count. Is that 63? 63 now? I think that's 63, but correct me if I'm skipping ahead on this. All right, guys, I'll feed you. Puppies with the call. You can wait. I'm surprised. 64. Like that one, okay. Like this one. Ooh. Mordo is going to get nuked. $65. Ooh, maybe not. I don't know. I like that one though. Let's do that one. 66. Man, did they tone this down? I feel like I should have lost some of these by now. $67. Ooh, that was almost a loss. Try that one. Okay, so 67 and 1. Shield. Shield, you let me down. 67 and 1. Recorded losses. Shield. 8.3. Yeah, oh, yes, right. General chat. Just lost my first blitz fight on Sim. 67 and 1. Shield at 8.3. Stupid shield. Well, that was a good run though. Yeah, I could probably drop down, but to be honest, like I'm just kind of seeing how this is playing out still. But like, and I probably would have dropped down well before that. So I probably would have gotten a lot of those wins at 8.3 because I would have chickened out and dropped down to like 7.0. I'm surprised a lot of those guys were doing that. Seeing a lot of Zemo upgrades going on, which is good. Not only is Zemo good in PvP, but he's good in War O to take out mediocre Shield and Hydra. That seems like a waste. Maybe not. Only his passive and special is needed to T4, no doubt. These upgrades are probably coming because of PvP, but if you have any questions on how to use them in War, let me know. Cool. Night King's doing a good job leading. And it's 7:30. I need to start coring a couple of attacks here. So let me hop back over to Arena. All right, but yeah, pretty good run. I'm very satisfied. I'll hop back in here and continue on with the Blitz Sim marathon. But it doesn't feel bad. I don't know if I can win any of it, but it feels pretty good. a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be much tougher. I'm getting hit like nonstop today. Um, I need to start coring more for attacks. I laid off for like I had like 3 days where I didn't core for attacks, and now it's biting me because I'm like steadily started falling down in the ranks. And in mind, you have to core at least 2 or 3 times to stay ahead of the game, and so I need to get back on that. I might have to core like waste cores to get back up and climb. So maybe I'll pick a day where I kind of like stay up near the top 20, then I'll probably core after payout and try to get into the top 10 and just hang out there. All right, I'll get Cole knocked down. Puppies, have you guys heard any rumors about what's coming with the new league thing for Mojo's Mayhem, or still TBD for everybody? I think I got this fight pretty well in hand. I'm going to try to get over onto Ebony Maw here in a second if I can clear the taunt. I was able to stun him, which is just as good, but... Oh, have you guys heard any rumors as to what's coming for this new Mojo's Mayhem league system? I'm surprised they didn't put out communications on what they had in mind when they released the mode. Yeah, me either. Maybe they're still trying to figure it out and like do testing. And they might not want to speak until they have it kind of more fleshed out on their side. All right. Try to get some damage over on Thanos, I guess. Strip, strip, strip. And put some offense down out. All right, this should get close to doing it. There you go. That animation has cost me many snipes and top payouts. I need to get I need to like time it, be like the guy that times the football player or the track sprinter, like the little stopwatch. I need to like buy a stopwatch. You can just do it on your phone, but it's more fun if I actually had a stopwatch and do the stopwatch for all the bow animations. 3.5 seconds, 2.4 seconds. Then like record them all, and that way you when in arena when like you're ending on these characters, you know like how much lead time you have based on it. Like you don't always know what's gonna trigger, but I think Ebony's pretty consistently triggers that 4-second animation of his. What are you doing, little sunflower? How you doing, cutie? You want the turkey? You smell the turkey? Oh, I know you're wagging. You're wagging. And I have a lot of Kingpin orbs, currency rather. I wonder if I should start buying some stuff. I could probably spend about 20k this and not really miss any of it. Because by the time they put a new character in here, I don't need to have like hordes. I don't know. I could use this training material, but I feel like hoarding material sometimes is just a good thing. Because if they do a remake on this orb, or like what you can buy in here at some point, like having a stockpile of the currency will help. Just kind of like I'm so bummed that I didn't save war currency and didn't see the new orb thing coming for T15 gear. You know, spending it all as I got it dumbly. So in here, the gear drop, it's mainly all purple, which, there's some stuff in there. So I can use this, and that'll help me so I don't have to grind as much of that. So maybe I'll hold on to it for now, but definitely don't need Kingpin. I could care less about Kingpin. Consumables are those, and then the ability mats. I mean, they're okay. 3 of one listed items isn't a big deal. I think I'll hold on to them for now, because if they come out with something better that you can buy in here, it's like a pretty empty store. Like maybe they give us another option to buy like T15 mats in there or something, who knows. I'm thinking about holding on to Ultimus currency as well, because like this stuff isn't like highly attractive. And buying these Ultimus orbs is like really bad value. And even if they like drop the pricing of this down like 6 months, like 5K, something like that, maybe you just get more value out of your currency that you've stockpiled, even though it's kind of weird to save. So I'm thinking about just sitting on this, even though I don't have very much, and just holding until maybe someday there's something a little bit more important in there. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Get to 21st. I think is the bottom of where I can go. So I'll fight Chrono here. All right, guys, hold on. You guys want turkey? You want turkey? Come on, you get some turkey, baby. Hanson. Oh, you're such a good boy. It's weird how some days, like, I guess it's just biology, but like some days, like water just tastes so much better to me than other days. And maybe it's like I'm just thirsty and like haven't drank enough today, but it's probably just that. But I don't know, it's almost like the purity of the water. Some days just tastes like tremendously better. I'm curious how like the player participation rates over the next week, 2 weeks are going to be in the Mojo's kind of RTA, and see if it kind of remains high or also there's some kind of fall off. I haven't, and I'm also curious like what the, especially like in the top, like different bands of players, top 100. I don't really, I'm not invested in that because I'm not there myself, but top 1% TCP, top 5% TCP. I'm sure they're doing analytics internally with Scopely as to who's buying these, the battle pass, like overall percentage. I'm sure they have like really wide-ranging analytics showing like how they're marketing and how these elements they have in the game are appealing to people, and who are their, and not only who are their target audience, but also who's actually ending up buying it. I think that's actually kind of curious stuff. Because I do wonder if, specifically in this, because I think I do agree with what OMG was saying regarding this as being they should just rename it a Dark Dimension 4 or Tier 15. I think it's Dark Dimension 4, but I think it's also just a Tier 15 or Gear Tier 15 kind of advantage. And that's really what it's built for. There's no gold in there. It's really just a lot of materials that you need to advance your roster, some of your tunes to Tier 15, even though it's very slow. So I'm curious if it looks like it's aimed at endgame players in my mind. So I'm curious how many of the endgame players, since that seems to be the target audience, are taking the bait. And not saying that's a bad offer, but a lot of this reward seems for this one. And $20 isn't a ton of money, and I don't know. I might buy it. I'll see. I was trying to see the count I have. I don't really need the cores, but cores are okay. I'll use it for something. But I mean, I can get all the T4 training stuff I want out of the Kingpin orb, so I don't really need these because I can just open the Kingpin orbs. And then it's hard to really look at this because the quantities are so broken out. And then it's easier to look at it consolidated. The bottom one seems more free-to-play friendly with the mats being for lower levels. And the top one definitely seems more Tier 14, Tier 15. But this needs to come with like 500 gold, like 5 million at the very least. Like 5 million for a month is not very much gold. But they should be giving gold with these. And I think that it has to be larger quantities of uniques too. Like if they want us to pay for these gold uniques, I don't know, and I don't mind paying for them for $20. But like, if everyone's math is right and it's 54 of those uniques that you're getting, like what is 54 uniques getting you, like, because it takes 2,000 total of different kinds, but 2,000 total, roughly, to get your main four teams of four in there. So your main 16 that you're going to use for Dark Dimension 4 is 2,000 roughly of those mini uniques. So if you need 2,000 and you're only getting 54 of these a month from per month from this Mojo's Mayhem or Battle Pass, like 54 per month is just a small fraction of your progress towards that 2,000. So like, and if that's the main attraction is, hey, you get all these tier 15 materials that you can help advance your roster. Well, it's a very, very slow progress towards the overall quantity that they're requiring us to get. So it's like, I don't even mind buying these, but like, I want to make some significant strides. Like, one of these for a month of progress and $20, it's not even necessarily the $20, but like for a month of rewards, I should be able to upgrade one character at least in a month with these tier 15 bats. But you're not even close. Like, you would need 200, what would that be? So 16, oh, maybe that's enough. So I'd have to do division, which is not really my strong suit on that mobile game right now, but 16 divided by 2,000, and that gives you the total. So whatever that is, maybe it's like 100, 125 you need. So maybe like in every 2.5 months of Battle Pass, you can upgrade one character. And it's not going to be even like that because it's going to give you like, a mixture of gear. But on average, it's giving you like every, what was the math I did? Like every month and a half or so, or 2 months, you'll be able to get enough. Like I think it's 2.5 months worth of these battle passes. You'll be able to get one character up to tier 15, assuming they were already tier 14. So I guess that's, I don't know. I just think that's really slow progress. So like, if that's your main attraction, like you're just like you're getting a very incremental advantage over your peers. Yes, it is an advantage, but it's very incremental. Like it's not like you're sprinting ahead. It's like you're on your knees, crawling on all fours like a baby, and you just crawled 2 steps ahead, but you're like literally a very small step by an adult. Like if an adult puts 1 foot in front of the other, they've just made the same ground that you've crawled. So like as soon as a new like the release comes on the Val and they open these up to being farmable, this battle pass is going to seem relatively, I don't want to say insignificant, but it's not going to seem like as strong of a value because again, like you're not getting this in one day. Like, hey, pay $20, all this stuff's dropped into your account. You're getting it over a month. So like somebody's going to farm a lot of this stuff in a month's time here, and not soon, but like in the next 3 to 6 months, all this stuff is going to be farmable, I would assume. And you'll sort of be able to get this, but you'll always be incrementally gaining ahead of them. So that's what it is. Like you're just gaining to slowly walk ahead of, and then over time, you start to separate slowly from your competition that's not buying this. And I guess that's what it's aimed at. Like, hey, we don't really want to help your roster, but we're just going to give you very slow and steady progress above your peers who are not buying this. That seems to be what it is. Like if this is not monumental value, or really like slapping you over the head, saying, "Oh my God, if you're not buying this, you're dumb." At least in my mind. And I'm sure everyone has mixed opinions, saying like this is just epic, but like it's not free. You're paying $20 for materials, and in my mind, you're getting small amounts of a lot that over time will make up a difference, but it's only going to be like I don't know, you'll get like 4 more characters per year from tier 14 to tier 15. Like a full team maybe. So you might get like a full team up, and so yeah, you have 1 full team over a year if you're buying this for $240 a year or $260 depending on how many months it ends out to, because it's only a 20-day calendar, 28-day calendar above your peers. So yeah, it's an advantage, but it's money too. So I don't know. I'm kind of like lukewarm on this right now. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I'm just right there in the middle saying, to each their own. Buy if you want. I think this 5 gold tokens is just like nothing. It's just literally nothing. If you want a 6 red star from a 5, it's 100, much less a 7 red star. So you would need 20 months of these battle passes alone to get a 6 red star. So this is really just absolutely just, hey, I'm going to show you a photo of what this item is, but I'm not going to actually give you a value that helps you get what it represents, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a fictitious kind of icon because the value is so low. So I don't know. Um, I think they need to do better on the value side of things. Um, I'll run a couple more of these minion fights and then just put it on auto and get some abilities done. But I'm not going to get very many. It'll probably take me like 5 more fights to get to 30, which is fine. I'll just put them on auto. Let people knock me out. I'm helping them. They'll get their KOs. Hopefully they're going for KOs and they're not going for a good PvP match because I'm not offering them that. Yeah, no problem, puppies. Hope you're good, man. But yeah. Good boy. Soapy, you want some cheese? You want some cheese? I want some turkey. You're such a good girl. I love you, babe. So I think I got a couple villagers out there. Maybe I'm in like low 20s. So, okay. The ticker here is fantastic. I love that it does that. It tells you how many you got, so you don't have to go in here and check. It's really nice. So I gain 4. So I get 4 per fight. 3 or 4 more fights and I'm done. It's not terrible. Absolutely 0. I'm not sure if there's something below 0 in a game percentage chance, but this team has 0% chance of winning anything. Well, I don't know. This guy's got a low. No, his 127. Okay, I'm gonna put it on Black Bolt. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I have any chance of winning this with Yo-Yo and Black Bolt, but it's pretty funny. This is the closest team power wise I can do to win a fight. I'll see if I can get lucky and sucker punch Yo-Yo out of the fight with my shield security here. You stunned my team. What a jerk. Oh no. Not looking good here. Black Bolt triple tapping me. Offense down isn't going to do anything. See if I can kill Yo-Yo. I got pretty close. Alright, good fight. It's kind of a weird mode. You kind of have to take the approach that winning and losing doesn't matter while you're doing your objectives. Just hit auto and not give a damn what the result is. Not care if you can't use a single ability. Not care that it's kind of a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And just take whatever it gives you. I mean, the only thing better about this would be if they just immediately gave us blitz sim for your objectives, so you didn't have to do them. And that kind of talks to the quality or lack thereof of this, is that it's so much wasted time that there's no merit to it or value or anything like that. That they'd be better off not including it and coming up with something else. I have no problem. Hey, if you want us to do like 20 fights a day of this, great. But give us a fun way to do that. Don't force unfun things down our throat that are 8 usabilities, got 1 knockout. Man, pumping them out. Get 1 more of those fights and I'm done. But it's there's no redeeming value to this. So yeah, I don't know exactly what they're going for, and I wish they actually got more player opinion and feedback on this stuff before they released it. And hopefully maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is their live test and they want community feedback, but they're not going to announce it that way. And they're going to listen to our opinion. It's very hopeful of me, but maybe they're going to listen to our opinions and say, here's what the community is saying, and here's what they think is good, and here's what they think needs improvement. And then maybe Scopely makes some changes with that in mind. We can hope. I guess that's all we can do. We can speak up a little bit, try to do it in a constructive way, and then say, hey, we like the overall aim of what this was going for, but we missed the mark a little bit or quite a bit here in some certain areas, and here are those areas, and here are some constructive ideas of ways to improve this. But while not completely saying scrap it and throw it in the trash can, that's not constructive. But I think maybe there's some improvements coming. It's just going to take some time to get there. But I think this mode right now, for the meantime, the first thing that they should probably do, in my opinion, is just scrap the objectives. I'll be honest, they don't even have to. I think all they need to do is just communicate to the player base, hey, based on the math, we built it to where if you want to play with different teams, you can do objectives. We're just trying to mix up the characters use. And if you don't, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to. So I'm done. I got the objective done, and it's perfectly fine. You don't have to use them, and you can get your stuff done without having to. And like, so is 250 ions worth doing 15 fights to use wasp abilities? Maybe. I don't know. It's like it's not a lot. If it was 1,000, I'd probably grind it out. But like 250 is just, I don't know. I just don't see value in using wasp at all. So it's like I can use her. Like maybe I'll throw her some knockout teams, even though one fight gives me the knockouts I need. But yeah, I'm just wondering. I think it would be positive for the game to maybe just communicate to players without having to have the content creators do math on it. That hey, you don't have to run X lineup. You can actually just do. There's other ways of hitting the max, and we're just giving you guys options, and it's up for you to figure out what, how you guys want to play it. But we're giving you multiple ways to get to the end of the road, and you guys can go this way, you can do it that way, and then maybe they just announce it says, hey, we give you an abundance of points, and you don't need to complete all of them to complete this, and then just as an FYI. So maybe just some communication would make it easier, because I think a lot of people feel like it's required to do these dailies, and like they don't, they're somehow going to be negatively impacted. I think that's driving some frustration in the community right now. So you guys got a decent team. He's got a vision in there, but the 48k Zemo isn't going to do a whole lot. But I think this is going to look somewhat like PvP, but without bans and all that stuff in the future, is what I'm expecting. Alright, so taunt with Thanos. Let's give you some basics. So I'm going to force their Sinister to taunt my Thanos. And I'm going to have to kill Dark. I don't have any choice there. She wasn't able to clear the taunt from Thanos, so he's going to have to taunt Thanos. He's going to protect his Dark Phoenix, so it kind of works for him too. Ooh, you got a good hit off on my Thanos with his Black Bolt. And now I need to slow them down, so before his Thanos can taunt. And I need to go up to their Dark Phoenix and try to nuke her. See if that does any damage. And zazoom! That should be GG. Pretty close to it. Yeah, that's a good game. Their Black Bolt's not going to get another turn. Okay, cool. And so that's it. Yeah, that's it for my my daily stuff here, guys. Yeah, pretty easy stuff. I got 5 or 7 more minutes till payout, so I'm probably going to see if I can rush a couple more arena attacks. That's it for that. And rewards. Boom, 5 more Zemo. I'll take it. And I think I'm at number 30 now for tier. So, all right, cool. I'm going to try, I don't need to do Hyperlight, I'll do Neterin. Alright, he's in a fight. So I take it back. I will do Hyperlight. I don't lose a fight. You can probably beat him. Who's 18? Oh, 18's Guy. Alright, so I'll just beat Guy. That's an easy fight. And then maybe I'll jump ahead one more time. I need to start just moving up. Up and up and up. You guys still hungry? You still hungry? I love you, hungry. That girl can eat a lot of food. So the only time I really have a hard time with this match is when they clone Ebony. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but I think this shouldn't be as problematic. They all have defense up. I'll try to clear the taunt. There goes Phoenix. She has offense down, so it shouldn't be too terrible. Ooh, there goes my Ebony. The blind on him is going to suck because I can't use his ult. I can't flip here, which is nice. I thought I used that already. Okay, I'll feed you. 1 second. Perfect timing. And I'll throw this over on Sinister because he doesn't have vulnerable. Everybody else does. That's one thing just to keep an eye out for is who you throw vulnerable on. Or use his abilities on for if you have him set a skirmisher like I do. And then I'll use this on Dark Phoenix. She's gone. She gone. And then Ebony will. We'll see if I flip. Snap. I don't think this is a snap because he has barrier. Oh, it's not a snap. It's a weird pixel image. Sorry, the graphics on that one didn't look fantastic. It was very like tile. They did do a good job on that. I haven't watched it in X1 video for a long time. So I remember when they first came out, I was pretty excited about that. All right, I'm going to try to time LB up to the top. So let me hop in a fight and see if I can get LB. Sometimes he's active. I need to aim on Proxima. Alright, got her yellow, so he'll flip. Hopefully I can flip now. Yes. So my Thanos is rocked right now, which isn't great. My Ebony's doing okay. So what I'm looking to do here is I'm looking to snipe at 8 o'clock, so in 3 minutes. And I'll see if I can get some damage over on their Ebony to kill him. Really close. If I can get one more tech on Ebony, that'll do it in. He's going to taunt. I was able to kill their Proxima, which is good, so she can't stun my Cole. Alright, everyone survived, which is good. Alright, 38. So I need to finish at 38, and this won't finish it, it'll get close. I need to get over Thanos before he flips and drags us on. So let's try to get the taunt off. And I want to get Thanos out of here, so I'm just going to work on him. Boom. Oh, dang it. I think he has 2 death proof. Defense up, regeneration, 2 death proof. So this should not kill him. One won't, second one won't. Alright, and this 2 death proof. So he's set, I can't remember what ISO. Gosh, I can't remember if he's striker. If he's striker, he might kill him. I don't think he will if I use special. So I'm going to use special. Oh, and I'm stuck on the Ebony 4-second finish. Okay, I got to finish at, I think it's 38, so I got to finish at like 44. So at 144, like in 40 seconds or so, I got to do it. This one's the longest animation, so sometimes you can screw it up and go late. So I'm trying to do a snipe LBAs, hoping he's jumping ahead, and I can finish just after him. All right, so 12 seconds. Trying for it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I was a little early. I was like 2 or 3 seconds early, but I didn't want to be late. Let's see if I can ride. It requires, I don't know if LBAs is on. So if he's on, hopefully he won. And I might have sniped too soon. Oh my God! Oh! Oh! It hurts. Oh, guys, I need some puppy love after that. I fucking hit arena. Oh, that's a full day's work. That was a full day's work. I just spent 100 cores to get to 14 and immediately dropped down like 7 spots. Oh, I need a beer. I haven't drank in 2 years. I need a beer. Oh, okay, guys. You want some turkey? Want some turkey? Give me the avocado. Okay, give me the avocado. You guys have... No, you have to brush it off. No. It happens to me about once a week where you just have a ridiculous fall down. But it sucks. Like I've been attacked like, gosh, 8 times today. And then I cored 3 times. I did both the 25s, and I think I might have spent 250, so that might have been 150 cores plus. And then I fell down 21 spots. So I think, so it's like 2 attacks from like 35 to 27, 27 to 21. So 2, 21 to 17. So I fell down 4 spots. So 14 to 18 to 21, 28, 35. So I was chained back 4 times. It seems a lot further, but past 20, like you can attack in groups of 6 or 7 or 8, depending on where it is. But it's almost better. I'll be honest, puppies. Like I was trying to ride up, so I was I cored at least 3 times. That might have been my 4th core. So I did 2 25s and 2 50s. So I went back to back 50s. So I spent 150 cores tonight plus my 5 attacks. So I bought 9 attacks. 2 50s in a row. My 25s were earlier. Yeah. So, but I should have finished, because I'm trying to just jockey for position. I wasn't really caring about the payout so much. What I should have done is waited 3 minutes and then finished. And then I would have gone forward and not back because everyone else was finishing at payout too. So what I need to start doing is when I'm doing this is finish after payout and then try to jump ahead just to get not this happen because everyone's trying to do it for payout. And then I fall back. So if I finished like 3 minutes after payout, I would have been at 14 or above. So I don't really care about the payout today. I should have finished after payout, and that way I didn't get sniped. So somebody else sniped me, and I got thrown through the back of the bus. But it's a bizarre system that they have. It is absolutely bizarre. And they're never going to fix this because they love that we waste cores. Like, they love that everyone in the top 50 wastes cores, like in this cycle, just trying to get up here and stay up here. They don't give 2 shits that we're spending 150 cores to deal with this kind of chaining stuff. Like tomorrow, I'll have to spend another 150 cores just to try to climb back up to, top 10, and they don't care. And it's not going to change. Like, we've complained a lot. They have, and then I've heard also some excuse saying like they don't know how to change it because they didn't design it, and the code's like soup. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I don't really care what their excuse is. Like, this system is funky, but it is what it is. It's entertaining, but like, it's a crazy system, man. Like, it is so strange that you can lose like a full day's work just in a matter of like seconds difference. So I think I just need to be smarter about it and then finish after, and then I don't have anything to complain about it. Like, it's up to me. It's like life's unfair. Make an adjustment, or else just be stuck in the mud all your life. So for me, I just need to make an adjustment and then finish after, and not worry about the payout so much, but always worry about position. 'Cause like for me, I don't even care if I get 8th or 1st. I don't want to fall down to 35. So for me, I might just start always finishing well after payout, and let everyone else snipe me for first. But then I'm going to immediately kick them out of first down to whatever, and I'll finish afterwards and get the top spot. So that way I don't have to core so much the next day, and then I'll get the core savings that way because I won't have to spend as much. So I think that's probably going to be my strategy for the. I mean, if I'm going for first, I might go for first, but like if I'm going like anything below fifth, I think I'm just going to finish well after payout, and then just go for position. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. Something. Oh, what a bummer. You know, it's funny because it's like it's so crazy that you just kind of get used to it, and it's kind of funny to be honest. So it's cool. I don't mind laughing about it. I see, like, gosh, 4 months ago, it used to piss me off though. Like 4 months ago, I used to get like somewhat not upset, but I used to like be like a little bummed out, like like wondering what the hell is this? I don't know what this is going on. This is frustrating. I'm spending all this stuff and can't get ahead. But now that I know how it works, it's just a another like thing that the game has, and like I mean it's not good, but like it's still like I don't get upset about it anymore. It's just like it's just kind of comical of how like how much you can get screwed. So I don't mean like Scopely screwing us, but I mean like everyone's trying to do their best, but it's just like it's pretty funny. Like, and you can see this is a pretty competitive group. It's funny. These guys are probably all have bigger teams than the guys in the top 5 of my shard, but they're down here in the 27 to 34 range. They might not be as active, but yeah, 635 on average, and they're in the 30s. It's just like, oh man, if you don't have Bo, say goodnight. You know what? I'm normally top 20, so I'm normally not down here at night. This is the lowest side or the highest. I'm not sure lowest, highest, whatever you would say. I'm normally like top 20 at this point in the day. At payout, I'm normally top 20. So at worst, I normally am falling into the mid 20s, but I'm normally like, especially before a few days ago, I was like top 10, and I would just stay in the top 10 and battle to be in the top 10. And like it's so much easier because you only have like a couple guys behind you, and then you can only fall down 4 at a time. And then you even have more sheltered up there because half the guys are in a group, so they start hitting you like 1 at a time or 2 at a time, and they don't drop you 4 spots. So it's like it's really easy. Okay, you fall down 1 or 2, and then you just hop back up 4 in one attack. So like, okay, you got hit twice for a total of like 2 or 3 or 4 like notches down, and then you make 1 attack and gain it all back again. So because they're trying to like line up their little buddy group, so it's kind of weird. But I can beat all of them. So like, there's no one in the shard I can't beat with my bow now. So like, it doesn't matter what they try to do. Kid and I just go back up there and throw them out of the way. So, but yeah, it's very competitive. It's like I'm not sure if you've ever been around water and like surf and waves, but like I remember like I used to be grew up in basically in a beach community. It's very much like getting thrown like in a wave, and completely it's just like a very tidal thing where it's like in a washing machine where like you're just in a wave and just being churned around. You come out after you like crash, and then you get up, and like everything's everywhere. Like you don't know where you are, and just like it's all scrambled. And that's what the arena payout is in my shard. It's just around payout, it's madness. Like everything is just all over the place. But I will say, like I often fall backwards and not jump up. But now I figured it out because I think a lot of other folks have figured out the same issue, and they are also finishing well after payout and jockeying for position. But it's weird though. Like immediately when I came out, it said 35. It didn't say. Did it say 14? I can't remember if it said 14. It might have said 14 for like half a second, but almost immediately afterwards it said 35. So yeah. When you don't get top 10, I don't know. Like, so my first year I was never serious about arena, so I've only started being serious about arena for I'd say probably the last year. Before that I wasn't at all, and I almost went out of my way not to be serious about it. Because I remember, like, gosh, when I started, Black Widow was like a required arena tune if you want to do well.
and Shield was as well. And I just hated that they made out of nowhere Shield like this unbeatable like team. I didn't hate Shield, but I hated that they were so much better than everything else was in the game at that time. And like the meta needed to improve. But like when Shield came out with Nick Fury, it was like, oh my god, they were like 4 times as good as anything else in every single mode of the game. And like it just for whatever reason, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And especially because you had to build Kree to get them, and I hated Kree. Like Kree was trash, but it was like what you had to do, right? And then Black Widow, I don't agree with Scarlett Johansson's politics, so I had a thing against Black Widow because of some stupid emotional side of politics. So be fair, Black Widow's a cool character. I like Black Widow a lot, but and Scarlett Johansson, I have nothing against her, but when actors start getting too loud about politics, and then it starts to rub me the wrong way, and then I don't know, it bothers me sometimes. I'd rather just watch the movies and not know much about them, and just say, hey, you fantastic job. You were a great actor or actress in that role. It's really entertaining. Good job. And I don't really know. I don't want to know about their politics. I know that's not really what this channel's about for the most part, but yeah. So I did build Black Widow for a long time, and she was like the queen bee there for about 6 months. Yeah, and I don't think either of them are as bad as the whole Miss no not Miss Marvel Captain Marvel situation. And I try not to get as I was so like over all the actors at the time when she started opening her mouth. I never dove into too much of the Captain Marvel thing. I just kind of heard the cloud of all the angst about that. But yeah, like a lot of the stuff that they say, I just want to go about their business. I think a lot of times they're just they're not connecting with people or trying to I don't know. They see things from a very specific lens, like everybody else. We all have our perspectives, but they don't do it in a way that kind of validates that there are other opinions. They're very and I'm probably guilty of the same things, to be honest. But it's politics is an interesting thing. Like not necessarily politics with law, but I mean politics with the public of how we view each other and the different groups is very interesting. Now, I think politics right now is the most it's in the most tribal state I've seen politics in my adult life. I don't think politics has ever been this tribal. It's getting worse. And maybe in the 60s or 70s, like back when communism was more in swing in the EU countries, maybe it was very tribal back then. But I wasn't alive, so I don't know. But right now, since like the 90s, I think this is the most tribal I've seen politics become. And it's trending in the wrong direction. And I think a lot of people don't even understand what's going on. And they're kind of just sheep. But anyways, I'll get off that topic. Sorry, man. 35. Oh. Well, I got enough cores back to pay for how many I spent, at least. But yeah, definitely didn't make any cores today off Arena. That was a wash. I'll check what Kid get. Kid's definitely better in Arena than I am. Where is he at? So he's 6. He might have finished better and then just got knocked down immediately. Just 13 minutes after payout. So he at least got 6, but he probably got better. But like perhaps he's got like a small bow. It's 580. Like everyone in our shard can beat this one in the top 50. But I think he has a lot of buddies. So I think he's in a cabal so they don't attack him. So that's how he's able to stay up there. He's in a group, which is smart because he doesn't have he has a good bow, but it's not, there's plenty of people that have better bows than he does. Yeah, he's a little bit sheltered. All right, and I think I'll check to see if I've done the Thanos stuff. I'm probably wrapping up here, guys. Where am I at? I'm looking for his little arcane powder thing. And oh. Wrong. I need to do Taskmaster. I forgot. All right, buddy. Taskmaster 0. You jerk. Try for some more. 2. Okay. Okay, Taskmaster. I see how it's going to be, buddy. But I think Blitzen. Oh my gosh. This is the problem with Blitzing now is you're constantly simming battles like nonstop for the rest of your life. You're simming battles, so like I don't know if I want to do sim inevitably either. So like I think a ton of people are just gonna say, I'll do like milestone or something, and just not care. Like especially these bottom teams, you're just gonna pick a team and roll it because these teams just suck. It's weird that I won that one. I think that one's good, and then whatever happens happens. But like I don't know. I definitely don't want to lose sleep over this, but I think this is going to be like a nonstop thing now. Like every 2 hours, it's gonna. I mean, 12 times a day. There's just no way I'm going to want to do this 12 times a day. It's so tedious. Like I don't mind doing it a couple times a day, 4 or 5 times a day, but 12 times a day, that's not happening. I mean, gosh, I have no interest in doing this 8 times a day either. Like 6. If I do this 6 times a day, maybe. But I really see myself doing this more like 4 to 6 times a day max. Puppies, I'll be honest, I've been queuing a couple of these up, expecting to lose. How am I winning that fight? 50k punch up with this Pim Tech hybrid X-Men trash? I don't understand how I win that. I wonder if they're like dumbing this down a little bit for us. Because that is one slow, useless team. I don't know. Somehow at 8.3 with the bottom of my roster. But we'll see. I definitely like Blitz Sim. I hope they move this to like a 4-hour cooldown or something, or else maybe say like you can only do a max amount of fights per day with certain characters. Like, I don't know, 8 times. You can only fight 8 times total per day per character. I hope they put some kind of like balance on this to a certain extent. I don't know. You know what? And to be fair, actually, let me retract that. I actually hope they don't. I don't care. I'm not shooting for top 1% on Blitz Sim anyways. Let the people that really want to give up their sleep and really race for this stuff for top payouts earn it. And yeah, let them have a mode where they can grind it out if they want. It's not for me to say, hey, take away any grinding that people that are free to play can catch up on. People that have jobs and work and don't have the time to do that. I think that's fair. I'll still just push for top 2 or 3%. I should be able to glide to it even easier than I did before, and let the folks that really want to go through the pain, do it all throughout the night and do that stuff if that's what they want to do. I think the only thing that really we need to watch out for now is the blitz bots. I think the blitz bots is going to be an issue because it's so simple now, and it probably was simple before. But as long as they don't have blitz bots in this, I'm totally cool. I don't care. I'll just shoot for top 2 3%. But if they start doing everything blitz botting, yeah, that's gonna be a problem because I wouldn't mind paying $20 to never touch this again, but I won't blitz bot. But like it'd be worth it to me. Pay somebody $20 to not even have to do this and just get top payouts. Man, sign me up. But I don't do illegal stuff like that. But like it's a good trade off from a time standpoint. But yeah, I'm interested in see how that plays out. Do I have more? Oh, I got to do my alpha. All right, so I'll bang out my alpha. Gosh, we're kicking ass here. So I guess I'll go here, and then do this line. I go down. They have me doing some kind of weird cross-court line. Blitzing too many buttons to press? Yeah, it is. Sims you simming the blitz. Yeah, I was thinking about it too. Like, is there a way to like sim the whole roster from like your number 30 save team all the way up to your number 1 save team, and then just zip like a zip file and just